team. He's seated right here, SARFO Kantaka, doing the streaming for us on our social media pages. We would want to acknowledge all the kind of contribution they do for the success of A Year for God and Country. I was SOMPA 106.5 FM. Know that show we a channel home for the Facebook. Facebook is SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra. You can like our page, comment on the page, and also share the page for us. And come on, yeah, able to do how if you say, what would they come on adreno? A boy braka cry, you can share your thoughts, and of course, even if you support what we say, you can also say yes to the kind of discussions right here because on SOMPA 106.5 FM live here in Accra. No, sir, when it's exactly 5, you activate your phone lines. You know, number over phrases so 020. 0260, I beg your pardon, 196064, 0260 196065. And on the numbers are your activity, your phone lines now, Uber phrases. So, no, sir. So, we friend now only ending respect them. To the cast and be a hana seminal and respect them. To the cast and be a hana seminal and now a idea ever hydring live here on SOMPA 106.5 FM. But we would like to acknowledge our sponsors are de biara dano almost so asena dwumadie ye de ebrewo de kan tontina 74 bakacho say duduo sononko ebo ebusu nyina ho ban yare kwankro bebre a ati atese wo man mu ha opeso bo ho ban afri ho a tontina 74 beka wasama mawo. And I believe say program no kosoro Jibre pa the machero dear eye pa Sasuna Medima for Herbal Center. Dr. Time that's so Dr. Time that's so me pacho so boy jume ye pa on the ode mre eto na yare saso me pacho adebia o ye biano o ye no nyame dimu ehifa na owo ne contact eye denga ne nyina no ye mfa nkame ye na tiefo omutie entisi na sakai say Lexter Company Limited womu no makofa yacht toothpaste ne yacht toothbrush e dia bedwaman so debia me fa Lexter Company Limited for LPM ye na me kan na akosia ago aboagye ase me wura o see twitwu si pa o petwitwi pa o na ababeto meeting meka ho nsama kiro sasona right from day one. Electroland Ghana Limited makachiro say it's the home of quality electronics products bia ho here in terms of electronics bia no me pacho obomoding na ko maso here ade a wonsa ebeka na ene enkomo no ye de be fa hen enkomo de dos ye pa na ene ewo non wotwe bremu ye man penyin His Excellency John Dramani Mama Asia ensamtwerofo na question ye bisa na say questions ben pa na se fata se ensamtwerofo a ne womenya kwenyan akọ at the seat of government ni o man penyin akwakodi nkomo no questions ben pa na o mun bisa wa wutie yen no ye bisa se question ben pa na ofi se wunya kwenyan na ka wo so betimi bisa ebusia ye bia lines no tuma ye be ma kwan ama wo so de wadwenkyere de ababe boa na kai say ye wo one of the senior most journalist the enviable me pacho me started ten and kano so time na I'm Wesley College Kumasi way back in Kumasi, and I'm very proud, I am very elated, and I'm very happy to have come to meet her over here. I was SOMPA, or yeah, my boss, but there's one thing she's done in my life I would never ever forget. And wherever I go and I get the opportunity, getting closer very, very well to God, she's being somebody who's been there for me from day one to day two and still counting. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me at this particular point in time to welcome mommy, the general manager of SOMPA. SOMPA 106.5 FM. Akosia Ago Abwaje.
My prof.
Oh no dear. Me come on what you man pa. When I take one to you. That means some be tama now on the other radio station and no kind of.
You friend feed that them.
Feed that them. Now me the boy kutia pa. They be our mistake also. The be mistake also. As soon now when they say what about the marriage counselor? I don't go about
me ju so be men
na pum to say
nyame adom nyame gusu ebo ye ho ban gusu ehiraye egusu atutu ya na mosi etie de nyame ase.
At your age and you still look like this.
Oh, thank you. Me catch obi say me man penny for 18 years and I omo when I'm say
this.
And che won so more 20 years of mobile worry cry.
Hey, Akosua. Yeah, we see what you.
Me see much.
But still,
me see much.
Looking so beautiful. Let me ask for permission from your husband,
Mr. Abotchie.
Mr. Abotchie. You are irresistibly attractive.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored and I'm humbled.
Yes, and one thing I like about you is your closeness to God.
Oh, and also na ama ya bedru baby ya dream.
Yes.
If say nyame ni mu awuntimi nye hwe.
Sure.
I say obia ne de one nam wasasi so.
Sure.
Obia wo behu ni bia nti sometimes me tisi obi ka say na bi before mo bompa ye do mo nko China wana ka kire they have their spiritual part. Omo so omo sunsum ne mo omo gidi ko India omo so omo de na omo de na nye open nti ye hu. Say wo kan ya ebia prime minister a wo UK. Ebia wo ko office no. Won sansa na wo be run office no or the candles o see o ye ni bedjam good ansa na wo wura ho. Ebi so ye hindi ni nti o da na di. Eti bia wo bedwen se wo bi ma wo hu China omo ye very spiritual. Obekwa awo science ni ade. Eti bi omo de no enti se ye de no. Eti don't get it twisted. Obia was spirit eta na chi. Eti won so no sunsum ben na eta wachi. Na megiri se nyame de onu sunsum no. Se e fa ni sunsum agya. Eso si obia de. Ono ta wachi a eye from glory to glory. Enti the secret ane my intimate and personal relationship with God. And only the most important thing in my life. It comes before marriage, it comes before children, it comes before work.
It comes before marriage.
Yes, it comes before marriage. Yes. It comes before children. It comes before work. When you mean a dikan, so no ni more our reign into mean succeed. Or no soon ni more won't mean to think ye. And on soon ni more a Juman won't mean ye. He comes first, or your alpha or your omega. So we prioritize God that then or no through his strength, now we empower through and through. Now what then I want the tower, you know what they walk. If you say, oh yeah, find the only wise God. So the wisdom that you need to maintain your marriage, the wisdom that you need to train up your children, it is in God. The wisdom that you need to manage your company, and also it is in God. It's on the bow BBA. Oh, we read Genesis chapter 1 verse. Was in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning, everything starts with him and ends with him. It starts with him and it ends with him.
So do you foresee yourself one day, say, over mounted the pulpit?
Oh, I am sorry to be invited me mamiko program. But me jidi se nyame adwuma no, enye ne se wo ujina pulpit so nko ministry babia ade bia wo ya e impact ni pa bia ye ministry. Eti prof wo ti wo ye ministry na wo ye no. Eti if you say for God and country. Patrick, a ministry. And ni kwansa wo stand wo pulpit so ansa na ye ministry da bi ade bia wo ya e de transformation, e impact nipa, e influence nipa positively no. A ministry and a way. You don't have to necessarily so benya microphone na wa begina even though intermittently and our church is invite me no. And you know ne here de here ne say nipa wo hia wo mo da no. Impact be na wunya wo mo so. Esunso so be na wunya wo mo so. And no any ministry no if say we ko gina soro ho na we see bafom na say nipa wo no wo muhia day in and day out no ntimi impact wo mo in anywhere no you are not doing ministry it wo hia nipa impact ni influence we be positively no we be mo madum ti I'm glad say we see through me no wama wani age say we be ben nyame and that is ministry
I must be very frank and realistic me nyobi am ye nyatwum nipa
Matthias
yes
o kana kore
yeah I will tell you the truth. Because maybe I'm not me work first, though. To the be a crab, some months, yes, because sorry, maybe the Buturubu joke. Now, me Kaisa, not so fubi. Oh, take your sabuchi. One day, where I'm your Juma. Because listening to you on radio, and someone would take and crying. Yeah. And of course, why imparting the public life? But you don't know. But I foresee, say, one day, no. You have that kind of calling, and I said to you that okay, amen. So I know I was not surprised. Say me baha Akusia leading me to Your friend is a Maker's Chapel Saturday. Me ampa, me sorry. Etimi ko bompaye and nipa me be seen so Accra how man hene kwabra sante. Me ba anka minim da se. Me ba minim da se. O man hene kwabra sante sa na na o tie. But me te fa no. I mean, who differently. Yeah, but look, Abotchie, before you survive in Accra, it is prayer. Yeah, I know. It is prayer. And now say, Prof, a prayer idea. Prayer nese wuninya me kasa. Prayer nese mininya me kasa. It is a mininya me kasa. What is wrong with me? Say mininya me kasa. Now me in acknowledging God. No, that is prayer. Obi a ubom paye bia wujitum say you are helpless without God. So if you don't pray, there will can say you can handle life on your own, and I'm telling you, you can't. So that assertion that God helps those who help themselves, and you know, correct. And God helps those who depend on Him. And I didn't deploy woman every woman and no more to a to a man. So it is a woman will be a bomb pie bobby breba. The Nipane patch and say, me and Casaminim seminti me. It made me who to Yameso, and not me Ninya Kasa. It is a what is will be a radibuamio, or Manyamia who say, apart from you, I can do nothing. Okay, so what's your motivation? Say relationship issues. Our remunsem would be a futu, a tadema, a man. Yeah. What's the motivation? Motivation is me worry for front, na mentia wariase. And I name the friend submission. Said yes, no. It in the beginning of my marriage, you know, na enye smooth. A man said you. Na enye smooth. It a chain na me imagine say me dinyame asembe nante. I have seen a big change. And me who say am I powerful? Obana wa ye helper no we ye powerful. If you say onyankopon kwa na ye helper. Sure. It is for God to call the woman, not the man, a helper no. Now it means that there is something God has put in the Obana any bemanimu. If sudden thing Yankopon can't beman say, when I wear boafo, no so Obana na ye boafo. It is a prophet na me baba boa nature say, I have something, bibi womimu, but a mabe brenu ye nim dia ye wo. It is a two problems for marriage more. Then we took matters into our own hands. It is a man ye very passionate about. Maybe a man any wariem. What you need to know if you say power na nyamedia maye you know. Ano ding. And who yes obe free who can side check. So who can yes side check business obe friend say one na below the belt. Who's to put that low? There be men ko okra because who dey near covenant and no dey near illegal. But who covenant who him how to handle it. There I say prof say what asase na asase no wo hu krata na wo hu lease ne title na so obi ba na oba begia prof be jama no. Wonko quote. Mata asase me wo hu krata nyina e kire say this land is mine. Na obi encroach that land na. Prophet na as a normal human being obey. So what the assembly be court. Because who say would dibem because you have all the documents are back you. The same way in marriage, so your banner sa worry, be maninya pen ho asem de ukogina altar no so. Now ka say radi we na me fa no say me bia no de covenant mu a. Wo ye covenant wife. Sa covenant no onyame hold no in high esteem. It is a beman chance says who busua and yen tokwane basabasa ne matupru memfa won na debi go back to God. We say rather say kai this day my husband and I we stood before you or catch them say obedomi wo won ebetete yentem obi interfere. It Lord deal with that person. And because onyankopon wo ye covenant keeping God. Na aware ye ne dia no obe kai sa apam no because we ye covenant keeping God. And go whoever is encroaching. So what the wasam ni manya media oh nyame be handle the perfectly amount. But a man be nim say nyansa nto ye ya no atam matters oh me ne wona me no aduane ma no a fresh side check no me nye say you are losing the battle. Are you saying this out of experience? Oh, not out of experience. I'm saying it out of experience. Ni nyama matini ni yemesua. So what I say, until you know fighting it on your own, no, it will not work. Na momu no, enam za mekasa beman wonu ukojina nyame anim, en wonu kokantam. Prof, se ukojina nyame anim na wo ware apasa apam no, ebi aye fone se eye mere words, onyame won fone se mere words. Wow. Or fone se eye covenant. These two people they came before me. Obi obey na jinsu obebusu bia God will deal with that person. Hallelujah. Hey. But say wo no wo konyame anim prof caveat ni ne prof. Yeah. Caveat ni ne. Say wo konyame anim akoka kire se wo kunu ebusu a make sure say wo gina yie.
make sure say wo gina yi.
I go say that one again.
The caveat ne say wo ko nyame anim akoka chen say covenant no be ma no ebuso wonye ne wo pe make sure say wo ban wo gina yi wo gina yi ne say wo ya wo de ampa wo bra wo ho asema wo kunu ampa wo respect no ampa wo ye wo responsibility ampa wo bu no wo nkasa nche ne rough wo ntie nanim enti wo di bem na emom no wo koka wo kunu ho asema kire nyame but wo mu no wo ne na wo tia no wo this anano wo disrespect na immediately no di assembly pay judge na nim wo di for hi it make sure say wo ko nyame anim with ade na nyame be say na so be waye ne de pepepe wa respect wo fie ha it e de na be ma oba fofra ba be wurawuram but ade no wo ko no wo pam be ma no woni ne na it say wo ko oba fofro no oba fofro ne da e de enti na ko ka che nyankopon say nyankopon ne nko. Then when you deal with your issues first. So that is the caveat. You cannot just go to God and say, yes, say, bra. Or say, yes, dear, or buff for justice. No, must come with clean hands.
Yes.
There will come or buff for justice. No, you must come with clean hands. It makes sure say you are standing right with God. You are standing right with your husband. And no, dear, when God comes down, or be making sure say whoever is that encroacher, that intruder, that uncircumcised Philistine, that person will go down. Your victory is yours. You don't have to fight. And instead of catching Israel, for say be still, no. I said this battle you don't have to fight.
Sure.
I, the Lord, will fight for you.
Amen.
Because not Israel for Womudibim. It will make sure so that the battle no will be won.
Sometimes I get worried. Well, we say short videos, no.
All right.
Now share comments, maybe we are here. My basa. Who read those comments?
Oh, sometimes I read the comments. Not at all, because minim dia meye. And minim say no kra na make no. And me wo evidence omo be share na omo tie ye no. How omo home asesa. Obaby ni wa wo si wo follow me. Awo ye obawarefo an ye make no wo de ye adwuma ne fie nsesa ye. I have a lot of testimonies because you have changed my home, including men. E tori bi ko no betie na me ka kire man no, but no afa no apply. No crown who change our life.
Hallelujah.
And you know, who say sometimes we like making excuses for our weaknesses. Sure. No, but take responsibility first. Instead of blaming the other, take responsibility first. Let us start with you. Starting with you, then you will see the results.
God bless you. That is the only thing I can tell you for now. But we also have the Executive Director in charge of mediation for Consumer Protection Agency, Nana Prempe. So, Nana Prempe, first time meeting you.
Yes, and I'm so happy to be here.
You are so happy.
Good. She's doing so well. Probably
sure.
But she's doing. I've been watching her videos.
Sure.
Because I'm a marriage counselor.
Oh, okay, good.
At the Christ the King Church. I'm a member of the Yefreno Marriage and Life Secretariat.
Sure.
So I do counseling for post-marriage and after marriage.
Okay.
And sometimes I tell some of my students to listen to some of the things that
good,
she says. So,
good.
Okay. And I'm putting up a book. They call it Understanding the Woman, A Path to a Good Marriage Life.
Understanding a woman. What?
A path to a good marriage life.
To good marriage life.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'll take the opinion of some of them. I've jotted them down. I'll bring them forward to them. They will read through. It's going to be a very powerful one because my professor, my psychology, I'm starting to say, if you understand the woman, you can rule the whole world.
Professor Beno,
yes, you can rule the whole world.
If you understand a woman, you can rule the whole world.
Yes, because I would hear said, okay, women are so unique.
Sure,
they think differently, they act differently. And because of the course now,
sure,
I was supposed to study a woman. Because not me marketing, until now me product and baby toy mama. Until I had to study the life of a woman. Until woman behavior pattern was my speciality.
Wow.
Until before I could even marry, not meaning everything about a woman.
Oh, good.
Their swing moods, their everything. Until me never try ye dating 9 years ye worry. We have not even argued before. It won't even get there. And she runs the home.
Women naturally are, this word, they are ambivalent in nature. because their mood can swing from one end to that.
That's why you need to understand them so well. A woman can see you in the club. This class you no pressure say family coffee on so on your way. The following one no be when no person be when him be. So you ask yourself, how did it happen? You will be walking with a woman in town. Obi hu atade we beto sisi obi do for Saturday mempe. So you need to
and you
need to know all these things, and especially now. The first 6 months of every marriage is the most difficult part.
The first 6 months.
Very, very difficult because time I'm trying there. Na money mo better. Ma watch na baby for akona after na we don't anyone's ebemuno. That is the most critical moment. Until Christ again, post-marriage counseling, you find the agro.
Wow.
After marriage, we will follow you and make sure that you stand in between the lines. So definitely, I'll bring my books. I love her so much because I've been reading as a counselor. Yeah. When you counselor be pay other counselors, so Tio Masem. Now, you know, when I catch a student and say, just listen to her. She had a very, very good vibe.
We are very grateful. We are very grateful for the opportunity. Our grandma, your manager.
And a prof who say Oba de worry no. So who say your baba kono worry no. That same woman no, or every woman. That's that same woman no, or every woman. Obeti Oba na ushia no before marriage no nyesa Oba kro no a. Oba no wanye mu a wanye sa Oba kro no a.
Wow.
Owo nso a enye sa Oba kro no a. In her early 20s enye sa late 30 yes sasa it one shot by the time amunya 50 years no na one woman as wa ware ma be 20. Oh yeah ni yamashim. Titi asesa. Who say yeah hormonal
bread we produce on
oh yes. Enti Oba na ushia no before marriage sa Oba no wanye mo da. It onyemwa or a different woman. It no kolene a pregnant woman said you will see behave na natina. And a nursing mother so we are different. It on nursing so and also sakosua a nursing mother a quite fast nursing mother etina. Nebani ya toddler so wasesa. It no susua how ubesia manage why a housewife or a different woman. Why a working class woman so or a different woman. Ni test no so asesa. Ne early 20s ne di openo enu late 20s no ompe.
And so Akosha, can a man say I know my wife?
I said to say live with her with understanding. Enti yentia udi ane say changes na ekono na wonso follow na udi akire. Ba me man surprise so say change no aba aden na wuti say na no be me bi ka chem so mo worry foforo na yire ba ne ho afa die be 2 years no man ho kora na say sa na yetie.
But does that apply to a man too?
Say
Bema so timi sesa along the line.
Mo de mo sesa batente say de hormones anye mo hormones ni bia.
Because because we've just checked the Greek meaning of a woman.
A woman, there was
a woman is that person who is always evolving.
Good. Oh, evolving. By the time I'm 50 years, not one woman, one worry on my 20.
Hallelujah.
Oh, okay, Pussisa, the test is the BBS, Mekaisa me wore me early 20 before I met my husband. Now me African wear pa.
Sure.
But then me pursuit more than that. It is an okoto African wear bremia emfa. Asasa. It won't mean kofa ushia me for front at the age of 23 no. The same tenant fama there be aduane na me penise say asesa.
Akosha, you know something?
Yes.
For God and country,
okay.
Every time the first 10 minutes, I want to have an interaction. No, yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
Every 10 minutes,
okay.
we want to have an interaction.
Maybe 3 times a week will be fine.
3 times a week.
Or twice a week.
Twice a week. No, because, it is very important though. It is killing men.
Oh, it's true.
It is killing men.
When you send him dear no change in the bar, and I may ask oh, Espenton will say, live with her with understanding. And who read the Proverbs 4 and I will say, get wisdom. And in all thy getting, get understanding. To our warrior, get wisdom concerning women.
Hallelujah.
And in all thy getting, get understanding.
Charlie, today I'm fulfilled.
And to say,
I am fulfilled.
Me who yana. Oba buninsa ni mood ye different.
Exactly.
Ekwa ni mood ye different. Oba bit me buninsa na fe na ne kondo ni kunu. Oh yes. Oh. Prof. Oh yes, it happens. And that's what beda o but me catch us at that time no obi wo ha sa season no ofinikunu season ni twam wa wonfe
Jesus.
Oh yes.
Ovulation.
Ovulation ni mo no. And when you the desire for sex.
So let's take time. We'll be getting into this thing.
Don't worry. It's your boss now. You have to find a way. After that na bibia to ye no. Ube hu akwa befa so I ignite it. Ube ignited the lust in her. So what I say and man so ignite the lust enya den. Enya bibia ye difficult.
I go say impossible.
Impossible. Prophet say be ma live with her. Nyame ye nyansafo. O say live with her with understanding.
Sure.
And nyame so nim di oba ne pe.
Yeah, that's it.
Wo di odo ne ma no a eno ano. No te ne do ase e
We are very grateful for this opportunity, but and unim sense some trofo.
No kre ena ye da.
O mampenyin. Questions been of fee say Ghana nsem trofo dodo na I was ye bisa mampenyin.
Okay. Prof, me jiri say me da sipi. Say president e ma your opportunity bi say ya. E ya na e your opportunity kese ma ye fi say ye na ejina aban no ene omanfo entem. I say we stand in the gap for them. Eti ye na e be kwa ka wo masema ma wo mo. Na sometimes no ya ye so kaya mampanyi da akofo abreso e because so Professor Mills abreso e because so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the first time so e because so an opportunity ni bi ababiem. Ye be stre media na omo kono say yampa ye wo issues a ehia pa. Sure. Ebi mu ha wo MSS na ni bo president no so a. Na say sikofanti eyi bi. Ase sa please president. Me pese me we president am fra wo se be bona baso.
Sure.
Wan fra wo se be bona baso. O se bra na be busa ne question. Eti wo wuti radio so wo wuti television so no enkrofo the issues ba what be. The omunya the opportunity nkoka no go and ask for them. The omunya obi wa meet president da. There is no way say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama or any benya encounter. Eti omu depend on you to go and stand in the gap. Now we busa sa question no edi ama wo mo. Eti e be media for no say enya the microphone ni kutawa. Enya afei na His Excellency, I wanna praise you, I wanna thank you, I appreciate you. Yenim da binya nunti na ye wa ha. Appreciation bi wo ho a wo de fato ene de Ghana force media. Muna mwenye opportunity na munko na munko busa ye hia de ene ade sede emma ye dan se mode be kwakwa ye enkamfo na be kona de to sumienu media na omo kon write your question down. No matter say how we eloquent or English language say the wisi ji hudi yesre throw question no to ho throw question no susu men ju hu ni don't think too highly of yourself because maybe sa media personality or a very good eloquency bibia ye adwuma but no in order say men ju hu ni write it down even Yakobon catch Habakkuk write the vision and make it plain write it down na edru ho na ma watimi on what construct your question very well it is a wo busa the fact say wo share paper mu ncha say wabon. You are not there to impress anybody. The most important thing is say, kobusa questions here, na president answer. Every say, hey prof, any money issues be bro hokra president be I want that. Sure. Because normally no ya no more president when she no woman man report. It is sometimes ye media na ye tedie or no kra want and the three be so information be omu disie no. Obia pese o please president obia pese enti da bi omo for good report no omo dia kire enti ye media na ye wo first hand information about crisis and niema o manfo FM wo Ghana ha enti tro never to separate we the needs of the people asem we na wo kan no say na yatie na wakono wakwa busa wonim say DSTV4 any Sam George issue ya abay communication Ghana's ambassador to South Africa or can say the nation Ghana yen trade cautiously as no kind Ghana's ambassador to South Africa or say Ghana munya very careful no yen this ni but also munya careful issue no a private institution munya hwe because they are more drive away investors. Etibia yenima samwa ebia Sam George or call Bekache president FBA DSTV asamne ho ama president akwadwene se bia DSTV 484 but that's a media personality no there who first hand information you can go there and open the president's eye about that issue say ade na mo ye no man sha ebe drive because so ediaba if say price control system ne wom We economics our university any price control system demand and supply.
Sure.
Any idea free economy near the yejuma. Eti free market economy near the yejuma no. Say DSTV or the only can one call on subscriber.
Correct.
Do what you can acquire. What is your how wanna say? The only can no free so. Eti when you are there obeyama say nipa omu go. She nipa oma fa omo because I've worked there before. I was on Aquaba Magic. So I was. You
remember sometime I told you, sir, I had the opportunity of watching you on.
Yeah, many Dr. Likey.
Dr. Likey.
Oh yes. Kasane more. Go and see the multi-choice house. What are you talking about? Handle at the end of the day, no. So say,
nothing.
You can do nothing. Fodu up. South Africa.
So, giving the opportunity to ask the president a question based on what you are saying,
they should trade consciously because at the end, a demand and supply. At the end, no, Ghana population in Nigerian population, yepe. So, what be our economics? When say population, it matters. Prices are different. A D in America for a producing Yama China. Because say ukona uko produce adia wa China adia ba ko say full way na u produce America na say 1 hour u betua $20 China the whole day u betua $1 obviously we entrepreneur be a advantage it rather no what be call China no kwa produce wo ho if you say labor e cheap because factors of production no we share the cost and we calculate it is a product to be free China ba the same product ye no Ghana ain't be the same price. Because raw materials are for be use no China for be use their produce many bebre they have the advantage economy of scale but I no won't mean yanesa won't mean for Nigeria for the now farm compare be a Ghana because the population no nipa be subscribe
and there are different factors
sanity enti say ubi bi kra na aba na mo kan nye wo ba bonten na wo ye press conference na wo kan we enya mfata. Now said you want to prove something. I said who person would say who you be.
So you have always said with that particular issue, no Krano. Diplomacy should have played.
You go to the mountains. Oh, a subscription na mojeno and crofunti edini betimi aye. Okay, monfa niema mujina so. Modi mo pricing system no. Monfa niema moshe. If there is any way, say impose taxes are no, and we the government, we have to take some taxes offer diplomacy. But enye akakabensem che be press conference be say who you be who person will prove to who. At the end of the day, you are destroying the business. Who more the wrong tag? Go and see multi-choice. Ghana for mugo omo ye adwuma. Sika omutu omo kamu ba ban wetimi atua. Sika omutu na me say I have worked for them before. Eti wenya DSS obesum na the Biana Minister of Communication ti or mine na dia here when it comes to communication ebi ni DSTV for subscription price and answer rate and answer cost and no need your priority adia private do onu betimi na kofa do onu betimi na e kofa the own team na won fa e demand and supply price and the own team wapen eti wenya DSS say a whole government machinery e more priority eti metina say ejine ho press conference cham ho sente na we ka na we the press release ba na we the a whole minute just a cham for this one a private organization yes I wasn't surprised Ghana's ambassador to South Africa ka say abino yes na because ye pese ye ma private sector na expand no na yet yekoye nimu a enye sei na ye fa ade ba ye no kwan fa so eka
so he feels his posturing was even
that is bad and it's a press conference ne kasa wo bosu je ne ade no emwa emfa ye nkosi ba bia and the same issue when it comes to the bia me ka say when it comes to radio stations na ye tututum na ye asamba ye say bi mu illegalities ne ade no mejitum say radio station bia we have to do better. As I saw, be a way with Dim Russell. As I was just saying, near be the baby da. But, Prof, say be a radio station be because yes, you're a radio station.
Sure.
Na e be a men fan say, Adiana o busuno, and ye adibia, a be costo. Adibia to say, who brusso. Na yen sheni pa ya employ omu organization ho. And one is a owner, no one is a catchy. Ye Ghana, ye perceive promoting a mukoswana mufani pejuma. Se nipa 10 kwa ni afa mo ha eti ebia mu frequency no ɛkɔ obi diem enti machine na mu hia sɛ ɛsɛ mokɔ because yɛ machine a yɛtɔ a ma obi diem kɔ obi diem ɛna mu ntimi afford a we can even assist you na ma yɛ na ama bibia da yie because anema na omu gina so say radio station we abusu nti yakwa kotom no prof ye de bi kire wo
no but akosia me I don't the problem I have with them is that most of our radio stations in Ghana here are politicized, are owned by politicians. And of course, yes, sir, NDC and when they come, they try to look at radio stations belonging to the New Patriotic Party. Honestly.
Said they be ombegunu and the flimsy excuse and no me can say eba sanwa
and the reverse is also true.
Prof inti how long prof? How long any ebeye sa yan fa say uni prof uni say eye NDC mpo na say eye MPP radio station na say eye NDC radio station MPP radio station whoever our beba power no ni na o me Ghana for they are still Ghanaians.
All right,
and still now prof o my employ nipa
no correct
o ma fa nipa adwuma because who are buying no untimi fa nipa adwuma eti no yemfa in a way enti prof me a radio station a MPP radio station a NDC radio station o mo fa kom ngoda
there be
wo mo nya Ghana fo enti wo mo fa kom enkoda enye bibi e betimi aka enye yan na yesi e pese ye busu private sector no enye yan na yesi e pese ye pagya wo mu no eti ande na ya yen look beyond sa politics no na yen say no at the end of the day no adwuma na sese gina no mo fa nipa bi adwuma nti niam ba bi kra na o ma che a yen tenetene ne yemmoa e say sa excuse nketenkete na ye de atom na ya ma nipa ba 20 o mu nyina kogu fie na come di obi a radio say at the end of the day the prof ye two mu no aba na taxes be na wonya free sika be na wonya free wo wonya hwe o mu snipa nso akwa kogu fie eti cause na ntijo eti wenu me prove a kira wo say me wo power no at the end of the day when I suffer
I go enche beja akwan but you are a woman
me that's
and given the opportunity say we share president in there question ben pan obe bisa ebe border on the development of the woman in Ghana based on their party manifesto.
Kamebusa free sanitary parts no wasam because I know the na 120 days no social contract no na eka ho bi it say how far say how many secondary schools and na wo mo enya ho mfaso and no ebeye me priority pa and na Felix Kwacho for su kan say omo de bema Ghanaian businesses omo emfa ma ebia any foreign company bia na sika no etimi aka Ghana ha enti nka ahobrasie mo betimi ya me yahunu omo yesusu say businesses e wo Ghana omo ye sanitary pad ye de ama wo mo na if you say ye ni businesses a omo ye sanitary pad wo Ghana ha omo the state of the art equipment ya wo bu say omo so omo nya bi omo enim wo bu say omo so enti ho am na ye de ama omo ho am na e produce some free sanitary pad policy no e de ma enkwada no e see busa because at the end of the day no prof ye ni ya e boa nkwada no and a sanso boa oman no if it says cano e betena he ya emre bi etwem wo say sa policy no mo de ba opanyi kire me abreso and nkrofo kan ho asema no mu gyaye but na nkrofo ntia say wo urban area e ya na wo gye say rural areas na urban ye pe ye pe ye developmental issues ni me ehia ye no enye pe wo na wo ha wo betimi enye 15 cities akoto sanitary pad I'm telling you so wo to rural area akoda bi any papa bi a wo ye galamsey a ekoda for sanitary pad. And just I want to be in
Akosia, you know where I was before I came here. Now me the regional PRO for Ghana Education Service, Bono East Region, and you call some of the rural schools. Now you share a year 10 out now. Sometimes you know, say, not am I in the rural communities? They be a woman school. You could be say ebia wo
buninsa anti wonti me ma oni score the better sanity obanso na ho besa ye besere no ye bi fa paper
Jesus
ebi omo maame no ntoma can you imagine send ntoma wo no watwitwa wo wi a wasan si
21st century
eti ye ha no de be underestimate wo na free sanitary pad de because wo ha ebi a wo betimi ato 15 Ghana cedis buy ho no 15 Ghana cedis e obi busumi akatua eti wontimi nkwa nkoto enti free sanitary pad policy no I concern nkwada no ene e best say himfa district ben o manya ho mfaso hwamu no omunya ebie e kwa ben na ban be faso betimi expand na almost all the rural areas no wo mo sa betimi akoso impo greater Accra ha ye won krase wa Greater Accra.
I know.
Ebi awo eyi nkran Central Business District. Okay, o dey say nkran ene ha. Ye won krasi ewum.
But would you be part of the media personnel on Bishia president?
Me patcho da bia numre mini ho.
Oh. I would have wasted some cow because these are intelligent and mind-boggling questions, sir.
Omo kono me gidi so omo bebusa amaye.
Ene pa de me se metie pa.
Obetie pa.
Na we journalist bi pa na ko bisa question. Ha, chira.
President.
Na me trase.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are doing well.
You are doing very well. For your first 6 months in office, we've seen that the dollar has
no one said Prof, Mami for we chat to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Makase. What advantage as in President Biawa Bagana?
I've also said.
What advantage?
Because
what the what ban what next? One will seek fans ne pretenders ne hypocrites ne na. One would ya one year. This is the time. As I say, we prove we hate us ne. One more pe wasem nyina wrong go say. Or second chance na winya. He cannot afford to disappoint the people of Ghana.
You know something?
Yes.
From where he sits, the man created in fear saying, "Omususa."
Yeah.
So Uber Kaya, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, Wabra Okoni Krechi, Neba Samia Yaba, so Kojina. Is it Jomoro constituency?
Yes, Jomoro constituency. Man, yeah.
Now no be nim no constituency.
Because the Senate Papa na region who no free no, omo penas and no so play a role in that.
Oh, you don't think say ni Papa inyuma obeye o Ghana ha? Oja hokwere ne de bia ye bo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah dintina.
And so count on him say 1966 and ye cool.
Sure.
I di a two no.
Sure.
Akopa ne be bitna echi ye kwete say we free mu no. Na say wo sha ebra wo ba ne agenda na no achemu mienu external and internal.
Sure.
External one no ye said the unity of Africa.
Sure.
Now wo say imperialism and colonialism.
Sure.
And na afi so apartheid ekwo South Africa no. Wo betimi a share na wo mu etu ase na Africa be ye one.
Sure.
And unti echi wo de Ghana, Guinea, Mali. Or chance with that say no echi betimi be ye ECOWAS.
Sure.
Yetimi ko yenim no. But domestically so or focus over 3 areas. Education. Na ye so and no na eye ne priority kase pa. And na infrastructure and industrialization. Eti education, industrialization and infrastructure. Every say what can be say who when ya educated population am be occupy industrialization who build the factories ne krana workforce na away. So you need they go in tandem. We here ni mienu nyina. And was also can say infrastructure no so krana say when ya no say who educate wo mu ye no mu nya baabi enkoye adwuma akwan hospitals any ade na eno so be de etu nim of focus 3 areas education industrialization. Yes,
you see that eye nyuma pana oye eno na man ne ba no
and ma okoye no because no no obi anim because no live outside.
And you know, His Excellency the President.
Our responsibility. Because
one day, whom I know, maybe Oba, a bit of Abidjan, say Ghana for Yentu Abama. Until when Tinia Dimpa. Would be judging a year
and but so we be papa to or more legacy casia and could benefit who knows a big corner that she be poor free no president.
Sure.
It's our responsibility case. And him say a Jumano soon. There be a mecasi a bomb pie, my president. And found the political party I would do. Prayer can do what you cannot do.
Sure.
Because you are not pressure na eba womosono as soon. Yeah, we should pray for our president. Now at the end of the year, saying I'm mano. Now on your no one yanni papa. On one young crow for papa fans. So at a fair weather friends. But people are can crash no. People are Iran choir or Mudebe Bannequem. When your son crow for na so buanoa. Me did say Nipa Baku for ni sent me Catania.
Before I let you go, while young crow for trying to wish ya son crow for no more yet only heading. Can you imagine America say a whole government machinery now yeah press conference yeah banter DSTV and not the priorities in there are issues but there are some ministers Usha Atoforsen or yeah Juma Atoforsen Usha education minister and so or by also
said the kwa offer so His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo the Free Senior High School no said ono pese o mo mani gina na ekọ nanim kwada feed ni ade no. And see there are some ministers na Dr. Mwanebo Amanso no one of them unfortunately. And Mutala Mohammed so no one of them unfortunately no ono so ekọ but omo wo experience ni ade ne de wo ba nkwala ne de omo de ada ne nkwala asem koda as a youthful exuberance no yama mention the pride no any ego no on the ego and the pride is there. Oh yes na say ato force say wonyini bebre
somebody like even like Sami Jenfi.
Yeah,
I admire that guy because since time immemorial.
No.
Oh, you're very intelligent.
And necessarily read this story be about investment awakwakonya billions of dollars. Small scale miners, responsible small scale miners. Now my team agent so to me say oh put in effort. Almost almost to go do complain but social policies or they go in place. Yeah, Emma won't mean for illegal way and for good there are some young people or much as woman they are just to prove some power not doors to prove some power no doors ego ne pride no doors do ego no make no
thank you so much. You really made my day. But I've told you say every day 10-15 minutes for you. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Radio SOMPA 106.5 FM Sunye. When I come back, remember, sir, Mene Nana Prempe, Executive Director in charge of Mediation Consumer Protection Agency, Ebedin Komo on the ECG for a proposal. One more at the Abedan Omer say almost 225% tariff increase. Is that the reality? Do we have to even welcome this for discussion as a proposal? We're going to be right back after this break.
21st Clinic, yes, sciatica expert. Sciatica no, when nerves never to us and if I was slim, never on Nansia, Bessia, Siahono. Say, I won't teach him, and not any offend sciatica. Now, it's me boo or to us say, cow say, Dre, was slim, would you be beer and ye? Now, 21st Clinic by Juma Power, Muyin, Basubo, Majin, Wagana, and Yamonone, and Yasam Ketua, Wamuji International Awards, I would Wamuji Local Awards, I would do. Now, no sooner Wamu be the only sciatica research and treatment center in Africa. Ebili baby a gise 21st clinic nkwa wo mo de bibidro ene besa o yare no masa de machine aka ho yare sabia yare bia wutimi de ko ne mama de ba ko a wo magidi wo mu pa no sciatica ena stroke nso de kwa diabetes ne hypertension ne ade Ghana ha ba bia wo mo ho enkran ha sese ye wo Tantra Hill runabout se wo free enkran ba ye wo wonsa ni fa so wo fra masaman so na ba nso a wonsa bonkum so ho na wo behu ye 0540 311 311 0540-311-311. There's a 21st clinic. Still, woman is sciatica expert. Hey, mido. Edrano pa wutimi to boase. Echichi o. Do. Na so ni se me the Yas toothpaste and then the brush and the chichi me sima mi nya homka. Same thing na ye bokoi. Na me all-time favorite. Yas herbal toothpaste and then the brush. Abua me ama say me no nso a enyunu anasa de ehia. Me sem fimfem me biem. Na won hwese me si aye fita sesrecha homa. Na et brightens. Yas whitening toothpaste and then the brush. And me di hwi me se. Enti na wo se afei. Na Yas total care gel toothpaste and then the brush ne de. Ebo wo se ho ban. Demu ne nyina. Ema wonum ye sham. Oh yes. Enu kretrodo. Yas herbal, Yas whitening, and the Yas total care gel toothpaste, and then the brush. Ebusuan chamfa. Se wo pedudu 2 e won kran ha. For Leicester Ghana Limited and was 050-161-9588. Leicester Ghana Limited and the Yas toothpaste mo ahodo and then the brush abedwaso abeboy.
Techimano foi Electroland abeja near the Munamuni Amapani Nanswabo. Wait ye Thursday ya 10th April 2025. Raya showroom for front e Kumasi Techiman Kwana so.
Ye din Roma sorry dino and I said backsword ne dia nimhwe.
Roberto was Samsung, TCL, Media, Nasco TV, AC, fridge, gas cooker, washing machine, deep freezer, home theater, microwave, blender, kettle, rice cooker, and any ama papa kahunina. Now when baby, it can for baku 50, ebenya 15% discount. Any achedie, it's your brother tadie. Kahun and sing out.
tontonte yenum nsane e fadwen
ne e fadwen mpa say na nim say brebi beba ama tontina 74 upa ye ne simple T74 abeye aduru
tontina 74 ana T74 asa twe yadwene asina nanom dodo so say de na dodo bua ma nanom enyare basabasa no saa na tontina 74 ana T74 ebo anipadua no
ema immune support enti obi onum bie no abrebia ne ho den
tontina 74 yi nso yaye no se nsuo krokrowa kama enti baabi a wonam bia obetimi de wade akọ
samene wa ankefi na ekroyi eda no nko na wie ye wa bra mennom T74
samennom tontina 74 amenya hodin mennom ne dabia
T74 yi eye hahama ene ye de aye na DHC ena aframa na ye kama saa no T74 ahoden ni apomuden ko a
wokọ pharmacy ana baabi eto nno bia ubenya tontina 74 yi biato
T74 yi enye ma oba wa fafuro ana obi a o manufo ana se obi a onya mfie dumienu
eto phone 050-162-8931 and 0246-073-498 FDA agi adwadi nkratoi atom
Abusafo Ekoso Abamakwa Baba SOMPA 106.5 FM for God and country. We are everywhere. I've told you, sir, we are live on Facebook. Facebook SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra. You can follow us over there. Nabomoding Neja will comment. Ewo ho Nasaka Ebio say no number you be a line stratum 0260-196064 0260-196065. I've told you, sir, you were our special guest in the studio. And Nana Prempe Mepacho, or executive director in charge of mediation, our consumer protection agency. Me no woka say watana say ECG proposal wamode ababetu omamune nim say omope 225% increase in tariff. No, I don't know. Is it a workable demand? Na mpono baby omo woman kasana krano. What are the reasons? Now, young as consumers, do we have that capacity to even pay this kind of demands they are calling for? And then the PURC. I understand, say, just yesterday, government delegation met with them. And what is the outcome of that discussion? Live here on SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra. Kai say, your Facebook wall, you can all go over there and leave your comments there. Patrick,
Prof, medase.
Na pom ti saying. Good.
Yeah.
My yenko share a demands are a ECG for MK. But I don't know if you still have the data. A few years shas here, a be pimps abri, nkania any issue. Tumwa womodi aba Ghana for aja tumwa ye tuano. Can you walk us through that data?
Sure, Prof. You met here for near Refugina Aqua Bible SOMPA 106.5 FM. For God and country areas you are nase na ECG for a make a proposal at the Akuma PURC na yanhwe previously no ansana proposal we beba no na yanhwe a current a year according to the distribution service charge no one no 19.0384 Ghana pesos per kilowatt per hour. ECG for indicated say na no ejina 19.0384 Ghana pesos per kilowatt. Na proposal na omodi akoma PURC na almost open to 225% increment. 225 increment. Now where's our increment we are? Say what the bar in current proposal na not just say 61.8028 Ghana pesos kilowatt per hour.
Wow.
So it is moving all the way from 19.0384 to 61.8023 kilowatt per hour, which is representing them 225%. 225%. Now, and ECG for the abase adia omo proposal no omo ye no. The reason why omo pesa 225 and then say there is under recovery of costs. ECG for no argue say the existing DSI, which is the distribution service charge, one is just 11% of the total electricity value chain cost. As a global benchmark now, it is between 30 and 33%.
All right.
But almost 11% of the total electricity value chain cost. And the reason back 225 and they say that proposal and they say there is under recovery of cost. And at the top of almost say inflation exchange rate depreciation. Inflation cost na Ghana so ye see the no and also enche there nyina so ye and then nam ha or nam ha into there's the depreciation rate, exchange rate depreciation, no, and also Emma and no another reason. Now almost I say approximately 74% depreciation of the Ghana cedi between 2022 and 2024, which has severely eroded the revenue value by 45% in real terms. And also another reason almost stated say almost proposes say almost pesa 2.5% increment in the electricity tariff. And now the trust be almost say rising operating and capital cost. The rise of the operation and the capital cost, and also a reason why almost the abase almost propose yama PURC for say almost pesa into a 225% increment. Prof, lastly, restoring financial viability. ECG4 diabetes. Another reason here, almost say almost pesa into 225 no. Send a beya ombe avert financial collapse. Normal sustaining reliable power delivery. Send a beya nyinam kaniano ebe jinaso na enkoye dum so na ye dum ha ochina dum ha ochina ye kodum ha. Enti prof ECG4 proposal omodia yama PURC no weni enchiremu kakra omodia betudwa ye betumi ama ye tiefo ni ahwefo atie bi na sana ye papa tie de obeka bia ka ho nti ye beja enkare no amount prof mede manu si ha na awie ECG 225% increment ma propose di ama PURC no eno ho asem kakra na media betudwa nti meja ama no wabedwafo na matwaso efriha.
All right, so thank you very much for walking us through the path BBC and then so quickly maminko ye papa nchena ye no encoding komo na na prempe ma kwa babio
Prof Mejeso
ibi aboko there
ba de adaroma
sure
sorry ye tiase ye tumi humi na ye tumi hu ade na ye tu ye inside there na chese adom bi wo ho ye de nyame ase me ba cho wetie Minu Patrick Sisia, and then from where you sit, you know, with your position, executive director, in charge of Consumer Protection Agency, in charge of mediation. Now, Uncle Boy told you, Consumer Protection Agency, say, then I'm also more yafaho in terms of mediation. Okay, Prof, Mamina was Minda with TF1 or Shefasi, Sumpa, Juma Moye. Enye jumaketwa eno echina mo sister station wo Kumasi mini abo amamo ebo amema ko di juma wo pa
sure
I was so grateful to them ohini ni ade
yeah ohini ni ade as well
yeah obo amema na yenya illegal diapers bi wo Kumasi kruma ko bobo aye said na eye nkwara babies na nye kra omo no so ma se ma ye board the room baby o nyina national sensitive to me ko cheche wo mo ni ade
illegal diapers.
Yes, baby diapers.
You illegal ewo ye maimwa
baby diapers enya ye dia bakruma kwara bo emomoto ebumukra ewo emergency na nya asem ketwa.
Oh really?
Oh ya ka hu de ya bo hu de wura Sompa FM into mo boa me pa nti me do mo ase me da so
good
na Consumer Protection Agency for ye ka stakeholders conference na Monday in fact when this proposal was made I was there myself. Na I won't say ye wo tariff tariff adjustment you will move two forms. You will the major tariff adjustment that we do in the third quarter, and then we have the other ones now in the every quarter no and your ma opportunity for all the stakeholders involved now power producers ebe more presentation now for more presentation we are now for no more request at the a committee now I was part of it na ye wo ho no na obi abema ne de so wo hwa grid kofo ebema omo de VRE ebe yo omo de Ghana Water ebe yo omo de obi abeye ne de na electricity companies ebe yo omo de. But I think there is a little misunderstanding kakra because ECG4 proposal no for 225%, you know, for a 5-year period. I'm gonna say it will end in 2029. It is all divided there. Every year, they want a 40% increment. The reason why 40% every year, to say that means every quarter be divided by 4 nanka yen chichim the infamo. But no crano, what did you me? Say me and no crano and you're realistic. And from the Consumer Protection Agency. Near say there are a lot of factors that yesha they na yabwa na yedi ama because in them can here we need it at the same time they also need us. If we are not there, they can't because power nya dia ultimate power nya dia ultimate fridge. Once you produce it right from VRA to Gridco, I was say consuming a chumuko and one is gone, you can't get it back. And at the end of the day, every time a power is produced, it has to be paid for. If you lose it, you still have to pay for it because it has already been done. And I was saying, but at the end of the day, how do we go about all this? And him funny free amaya bedu the same rain. So Prof, that is what happened. That 225 and therefore immediately say no. Almost say yes, spreading more in the next 5 years.
5 years.
So that is what because
every year
almost purchase about 40%. And every quarter biano say almost every quarter biano a tariff adjustment. And it's not more percent every quarter biano 20, 15, 10. Now can be do 40 normal their mom. But any year says what share the factors now? Yes, now the tariff increases and as a tariff reduction now. Ebedu baby no say nyame nchade because omakasa mo kekan almost see inflation ka ho almost see the dollar rate ne ka ho and apart from that no so no more production overheads enti where are the places now a man losses no eba at the end of the day no see to me I heard those places now a man losses no because transmission losses on kwano anka so
it's about 32%.
Oko krobi so me funny say baby to say kidvet state be almost production losses from production to the last consumer and you almost and you know 9% impo.
Wow.
Yes, they cut it down completely. And once you do that, the last consumer because say losses now ECG for last distribution point also Tiama Gridco. It has been produced. What our Gridco for? Until when the production losses not occurred, it has occurred through transmission from Gridco to ECG and from ECG to the consumer. It still has to be paid for because the independent power producer now, or Tetemana, what gas or Abuazo their production at Gridco for you still have to pay for that losses. So who is going to pay for that 31%? Who is going to pay for it? It was say no, apart from that, so it is most of the time they say. Omo proposals in the bar. The Consumer Protection Agency as an institution, they were technical experts for. Na you so near lodu omo ni nyina dia momo. Say mu me nyina interest na mo so mo kohwem. Ebu me VR reform paying for retired ones I know mo ye aduma. Very very professional engineers pa.
Before I'll let you go on. Ubisa one reasonable question.
Yes.
Reasonable in the sense that higher transmission
SOMPA FM.
Exactly. Inti o dia me ba ho.
Okay.
Inti ni nyina ka cost na abekoso no. Ni enti a omoka se ye wo under recovery no. Eno ka ho. Losses na aba na omanya obi aba na ntiaka no. Because I say wo transmission no, I was so be tiaka. Enti sisi an one ntia between Gridco and ECG. And what the percentage they are saying from ECG to the final consumer and also the percentage they are saying and who should pay for it? And then you bet me I found masa losses, Prof. Apart from that, minia. Yes, for the piano, the final consumer, you make the burden come on the commercial and the residential consumer. Na minia, bisaho government institutions, and then they see you from TT. And the government institutions, every day, for 5 billion cedis. Just 5 billion. want to mean your recollection. What is the one that recovery of Pescacotia? But you want to burden me the final consumer now. Me ye baba me di iti, and I'm ye cold store, and I'm me de tom me drink it to be a diabano. Me mom now person burden me. Now me di chaka. Enti nyama sano. And I'm gonna say nyama be saying it's not about politics, so it's about pragmatic issues. Say ye nyina interest in you. Where can we cut down our losses so that we can have efficient power supply? Ye nyina. Enti proposal na mo de abane de ye budget. Now, where we think say they value an increment, we will say it. But where we think that we don't value an increment, we will let them know. Because for now, you can't use a dollar rate now. Say inflation as no, you can't. You can't, because from January 7th it was 14. And then Yamenya 12.5.
12.2.
Between 12.2 and 12.5. And the percentage then is quite small.
And even inflation,
inflation is so above form. But near Ayakakran say, PRC, you engine to say a government institution.
Sure.
Even though we call them as independent, but PRC can never agree to anything that cabinet will not approve. Because if it's good or if it's bad, it will affect
government.
Exactly. Apart from that, Ghana gas diano. Omo gas na omo toma independent power plant VR no. Omatum. Minia, omatum. It is once omatum na omo dey aba IPP for na omo water man na omo produce no. Definitely their production cost will go up. Prof, asam na aba no. And once it goes up, green co no square quarter or no. And also akosro. Enti ye dan ya, near before say we drew consumer no. Na cost na bebre. This is the first one.
No, but me see me problem kasi me was is here as Abotchie na say. Your government institutions bebre o ha. Womo use a lighter, womo dedeka.
Exactly.
And now a car boy is about 5 billion. 5 billion.
Yes.
Sakano. Mo pasa mo aban. Mo tenase. Na sakano. Ye chegu mi amemete ha. Na mi ko tua saka no
say na make say
anu ye nya djuma o
na make say
anu ye nya djuma
ye nyina oh because the thing say
government must satisfy its own responsibility.
Every government institution be our budget omo your budget na electricity production ka ho consumption ka ho na yi wom omo water nsuo be use nyina eka I don't know say omo ye ntua no more a anu minim but definitely every institution be higher the budget to the core. No my allocations their mom. And I problem.
No, I believe sir it's about time sir the ECG itself gets ruthless on the higher government institutions on Omodika. I remember sir Obi
got disconnected
parliament. So you see the lack of political will.
Because
the lack of political will.
I say apart from that, once you have a budget, na ya crumple say omo de ka bebre no obi to me every new office no air conditions so ma de ache. Okokra ni refi. Na say ya the meter prepaid meter e dia bob so aka ministry si bi na obi department prepaid meter bo ha wo top power ni dugu so a before so be pon eduma kro be do na answer wako. So we have to find a whole ways and means to try to manage our electricity consumption. Say ayen say every year biano every quarter biano there will be cost. They will be under recovery and we have to pay and the final consumer will have to bear the cost.
In fact e more remo pa se kwa brani pa betimi every ni fie no akotena no office aban adwuma no akoso air condition esi no so was on a light esi so opon na okofia no refi weja esi so ebi mo okra deliberate weja esi so okofie na saka no na asaba be to me meti ha marketu akra no ensome no so if it happens like that some of us will go onto the streets. No, because it is very, very painful. Very, very, very painful. Said Nana Prempe K. There are government allocations in their budgets to cater for such utilities. Nasa scano. Do they pay? Do they pay? Now who audits those government institutions? Is the Auditor General doing its work in auditing all those institutions to find out what I say? Sika edi amo omo say omo fa nkotua ECG for can any VR for can. Omo di tua na so omo ntua.
We have to find out.
We have to find out all this because as a harding
bed and never be so because no you need choice. What they cut 300 cities about be 500 cities at near be brain near be chum na consumer na say goodity no susa.
No, but it boils down to leadership. Leader be by under ECG. He had the temerity and then that kind of willpower to go to the house. Baby, ye mrashe baby afotena. E ko disconnect yomo. Enu echi no, yanti asemode ye ready. Ejiro ibios of the other one also buy. Also ko e dan ko no so ko disconnect. No so ye ready. Me feel say ko mu nyina yes ah. Can this problem will be solved?
We have to.
We have to. Because the ultimate consumer wa bonten a. Ye nkasa no salaries no abejume ni career police ni salary. Ko he teacher ni salary. And other government sector workers. Look at the amount of money they take. And look at the quantum of money one must spend on electricity and water. Just because of the negligence of some people. Just because of the irresponsible behavior of some officials in government.
SOMPA FM.
But how can you leave your air condition on, you leave your lights on, and then you leave your office and you go and sleep the following day? You come back, your office is chilled at the expense of we the Ghanaians. And then when it happens that way, it do say the mobile grab bremwa, build the grass room to me. Now more persons are build no. Yeah, yes, trust our build them out. In fact, consumer protection. You people you must be up and doing. Yes, yes, you di bre kofi capito di aye nana prempe. Ye di bre baba moso. Because the hard so 225% omuka wasam for 5 years. Every year be 40%. How? Now me every year 40%. Me market you teacher ni. You to market you 40%. I don't want electricity. Now what are the so back?
What are 228%?
Ring so back.
And some mujinisia.
Why?
Oh, what are for the normal mujinisia? Because some
also girl I'm saying issue.
Apart from that, almost much electricity but say at least easy for job 50%. Almost also and also can be one electricity there once it goes up, it affects every sector of the economy. Obi or your coast store betum. Obi or your barbering shop betum. Obi just everybody. Enti idea I was saying the most important thing about me I boy and cut your losses.
Your losses. But how do we cut the losses? I know you are more of technical.
Transmission is
technical.
One. Losses, a theft, a one. Isolated.
I'm for young Camille. Ghana, young Kasa, yet Ghana, Quabrane. If you Akasia, what Ghana, Overcoro, baby, always air conditions, Nani, other gadget, and you were free more. But I fear Cassiano, not light below, to make it way.
Meter Senya Juma, and staff, among us almost staff behavior. And also,
now no one of illegal connection.
I know a baby,
but I say, I am happy, sir. Your president, John Dramani, His Excellency, our directive say, I'm a directive say, apart from Jubilee House, education, and health, all other ministries must pay their electricity bills.
Oh, you will be your friend dedicated services.
Yeah.
And then like some
hospitals.
Be
schools
for children. And
the seat of government.
Like baby any say police stations, prisons. What a dedicated service and the we don't even look at it because government even find a way of trying to solve those issues. But they say MMC's office.
Those days passed. Now me tell who say electricity for echo could get disconnections pa. But these days what disconnections you want them?
But is it really until
no
mass disconnections? and now say no because of prepaid meters now about be braiding to know a category because they can cut it from source. And now say a cartoon so that's a way illegal because once it's a cracker, but we still have a long way to go. And now ECG4 no omo and so more as consumers. Mutu mama collections no emu yedu. Na ministry dey akeka mutu me jiji ni album na fe mo cost eyina eba for ma. Tebota franchise. Yeah, how would they be at least increment crab na 10%, 12% say dey hu ya. You betumi asunso ye ho na ye so nya aboa mo. Na say 40% no nya mana dey.
Do what? But maybe mo jide wa rehye mu omumu. Consumer Protection Agency. Of
course.
But some mediation na munjin tu.
Oh, yeah, engine too. But near tennis and I can be technical man so a young adwuma. You be a press conference, you see the proposal, you so you want to to just say, yeah, fee say the new Mexico inflation about from any dollar rate in your money about from ECG for now, the moon so wemu. Na so mo collections ni ade no mo kwaje je nfa mbom na music and
enti na be na mo be sa press conference.
Oh yeah say a proposal somebody by Monday.
Yeah.
Enti your technical men ye ho adwuma. Hopefully by Tuesday there I think say on Monday omo findings
because I had dream. Amount for Yankania or Ghana had too much. No, the theft is just too much. Yeah. The theft is just too much. I'm for Riapa. And there are areas people who cry. You see, you cry stuff from one person, but when they mean to me, video. Yes. I want the train. I don't cry the mate. I want the map. I don't cry the mate. Now, yes, who Nimna area, also got disconnection. Hey, this is well, I can't. And yet, baby, there are so many places. Oh, your map now. And yet, baby, so many, and it's spread across the most parts of the country. In Tanya baby park, yeah, remember baby Wawa, omo ko no ma disconnection there, they need military backing. It shouldn't happen like that. That's the reason why in here prepaid meters no. Why prepaid meter bo dem a untumi the prepaid meters no hu ye ahomti say who ko yi wire ba ko free ma na cut it off. This is UCG for Nakasa Ebeyema. In general, number who say what tamper with the meter. I think we should move faster to get all these things. Maybe see baby I'm here no. Say me say prepaid. You know, say me check ya na me AC no me so siswana. Me share na baby I don't know corner. Me am put you regulating no. Over-regulated. Yes, over-regulated. No, madam be. I said, and I see me fridge, you know. So, 24 hours. You do for 12 hours. Sure, you can do that because a woman 12 hours in the end. I didn't know what's and no, I cut it. They say it's the freezer. Obeko be the freezer. You know, it's 24 hours for the whole month. 6 months you can't do this. What for? But this kind of education, wow. Why am I also uncle? Okay. Does it fall within your remit? It fall within our remit, but some mobile education. Yeah, you need PRC for NA. The almost supporting Kakrana Yakoye. But that's a most of education and cool. No, Mamma can't cringe row. Minia. So you can't say education even crowd a crack hakeke. So sometimes in a year, say a talk even airtime crowd with radio and TV stations. So only so yeah educate awareness power radio stations back to me my 10 minutes for 5,000 cities 10 minutes for 5,000 a bit 3,000 into 112 radio stations and TV stations. How many can you do? I now my education over 1 2 3 no I profit back and but that's not how it's supposed to be. So who will be a friend of the consumer and UCG charter. Everybody, okay, anybody also we start teaching from schools. May they be me advocate say even some parts of our criminal codes you're starting chemparano. Usfo be there, you chill, you be say you chill, you be say assault and battery. By the time I crowd edu JSS no crowd, if you be the crowd that offer. These are some of the things all of us have to start advocating for. Now you move from an information somebody ninya obe won say no mo twa ho ndema bi afri ndema bi especially to say electricity education or say kan say chem kwara na dey no e bia illegal connection kwara no e bia onye but enfo no ho bi ko nim say osua electricals kakra na oye no ofia obetimi awie kakra dey ade na pempe so je wa ho me kakra na me cross last year walali but you be say nkomo a ekoso yi wadi akiri pi na ye bisa Consumer Protection Agency And I step in ECG for requests. I know a ding. Mate a parliament. I think is the
Committee on Energy.
The Committee on Energy. Chairman Ababeka say the back what do you make of this discussion?
You can, as always, Maminchia Sompa, a team for in area. The junior and this is for what Dominic and Peswaso. Michaira, John Dramani Mahama. And you married there, I'm sure he would, of course, give a very good delivery, as always. Some account of what he's done so far in the past few months. And Micha, Yamami Prof and so Vice President, also born Homoding. And then finally, my boss, Sami Jemfi, Communication Officer, and now CEO of Gold Board, also born Homoding Pa, Chelmin area. Consumer protection, I don't know. I didn't hear quite much about the initial, commands I buy, you know. In say, "Udi can't come the DSTV," and I'm not come again. Okay, moment course has side. Okay. So you didn't have a comment on it here. Oh, okay. I think maybe I'll visit that later on. You know, but as a matter of fact, some of these things, we have to be careful when we are discussing them. The role that everyone has to play is very key to the whole thing. I think in Sam George in the press conference, it wasn't extempore. He came there with facts as they are in various countries, or more countries needing their various GDPs, and all that, or Musikasem and all those kind of things. And the Toto who said, regardless of all those things, when their governments raise the issues of pricing, they listen in those countries and they did something about it. I'm not sure why in our case over here, it has become an issue to be dragged. We are trying to say left, right, center, and all that. But I think maybe it might be because of the involvement of the communication minister, and how forcefully he's trying to get something done about it. Nijuma, in NTS, it is a job, especially of our political appointees, to protect the people of this country from any and everybody, whether you're a private businessman, whether you are serving in public, or wherever. What he's asking for is nothing new. It has been asked for in other countries. And DSTV for multi-choice, for BB Farm. In our case, we are demanding same. All things being equal. And the facts were put to bear. In TNTS, that we are being protected by our appointees, and it is their job to do so. So let's allow them to do so. Consumer protection, and then ECG for any water for, of course, tariffs and all that. I'm particularly surprised. By now, when I got nase, a boost sound conte the buy, say, sound to me in Kayam Famrana. Mpeja or Musika Samon Koso Kakra, so they can be able to meet up with their operation and some other things, Say when you be honest or man paying me your median cabame de pa. They should all be sacked.
ECG for now.
All of them. One got saying these are buying the increment of whatever in the next 5 years. And of course, I think it's important, Nana also made the point clear because it is missing in the discussion throughout. I won't answer. I can say it is going to span, for a period of 5 years. So currently, the news out there on the streets is like 225 nina. It
is true.
That's not it. That's not the narrative. So people must understand that it's within a certain period of 5 years. ABR 40%. And no Kwano is going to go quarterly.
So like if you say the management of ECG,
I'm saying they should all be gone by now.
And the board.
See, the problem with the
management and the board.
Board Kwano was the kind of war.
Because they take the decisions.
Of course. The problem with our utilities in this country is very simple. It is simple inefficiency, ineptitude,
administrative
incompetence. That's the problem we have there.
Administrative ineptitude, incompetence.
I'll be coming to buying or various government institutions who are owing the utility services. I'll come to that shortly. On case in the fine case, 5 billion. What's Nasi Ama buying Bosakan? It's about Dania banker. Sakane was buying the chair. Those of us who are utilizing, we consumers are not going to pay that 5 billion. It's not going to happen any day, any time. Not DBC. That's why I'm particularly happy with the chair of the Committee on Energy from Parliament. We've seen people. Look, I'm saying it is inefficiency, incompetence, and they're high in those sectors. And they are the first. Look, what I was expecting them to do, instead of asking for these kind of increments, do you know what they are supposed to do?
No.
Tell us how we are going to deal with technical and commercial losses. Come and tell us the how. We will do my management and no abusu bi ayetu aka. Kona go here aketu easy for there. We am show.
Really?
And see the number of some of their employees over there. Onko tena hokwa onye dwume bia osubusu ni etu omka. These are the things I'm expecting these people to come out with. So see yatena here who say, at a certain point we need to do some level of redundancy and abibisa. You are getting the point.
Yeah.
Because you say they are either not at the right places, so they can't do any work.
So you feel
or they are there and they are being incompetent.
So you feel they must be fired.
You either reassign. Look, let's say, let me give you an example. What's one of the biggest problems of ECG? Recovery. Power no kwa befa so ayeden. Akọje sikana ba beden. So they can go and pay. It is their biggest problem. Why is that part not their biggest employment?
The recovery.
Go to the offices and go and see. Meanwhile, the money is in the field. We are told in the enclave, Yefra was saying, Free Zones enclave, there is a distributor there. On no any distribution now, he gets, I think, close to 99% recovery.
99% recovery.
Top power no na so ton more in that enclave na. Or this can na. ECG, you are still, recording losses, technical and commercial. What is the plan?
So do you think, say, ECG also privatizing?
Well, I'm saying that say you do come on. This current government has even, through the energy minister.
But from what you say, do you think, say, we have to privatize ECG?
I'm not, so that it may not be in the sense, say if you are buying some no. There are aspects of their operations that can be privatized. Like I just mentioned, one of their biggest problems is the recovery. So what power we not
but say the individual bia.
Yes.
To say the example here one obi akotobi.
Yes.
Ono akotobi. The free zones area.
The enclave, yeah.
You are telling me say sani panel to me 99% recovery.
Yes.
And to say you the man angry.
International say
they can recover their losses.
Exactly. So I'm saying that
industrial only industrial distribution, they are not easy.
Good. So we can take some lessons from how they are doing it over there. Because even outside that enclave, we still have industrial furnace and distributions, and ECG is struggling to recover from them. And then of course we have the households, the consumers and all that, and also because of power theft and line losses and all those kind of things, and money is still going unaccounted for.
Sure.
You can't recover it. This is what I am saying. I believe it is solely based on how ECG is currently being managed. The structure is wrong. They have a lot of workers who are at the wrong places. Where they should be focusing their strength is on recovery. They should employ more people there to go out into the fields. What for the pipe to me pipe? Area back. Treated water will be flowing on the ground into gutters for 1 whole week. But you go to the offices and you find 5 people in one cage collecting money and issuing receipts. So it's about a management problem. And where I sit right now, I think some firing should happen. You know how it works? Most of the advanced countries, China will not waste time on something like this. Japan, US, Dissolve the board. You have sent a message. Now a new board is in place. They will appoint a new management. That is also another message. Into what from Hona says, time open now, Kujuma. O console may be anye.
What's your office?
HR or Tehono, a praise that be a mad. Say, Jumana, Ediamano, the KPI should be given. Say, oh, has why yet. No proper appraisal. So we Jumo, so we know. So to call. Now, be a chow, a good quo, ye nim. I want to tell us, and every day ECG making procurements that they don't need. Look at the container issues. Unnecessary procurements. I want to pay him be back. Now say, oh man, in some way, do kakra. Nenisu yet drink kakra. Now say, oh parliament, what they make and nobody soon. What happens? We must allow those people, that leeway to be able to do their jobs. Anybody who owes must pay. All right, that's what happens, in any responsible, space or country. So what I'm saying is this: semantics. Brofo, it's a proposal. Send you an I feel normally about other technical people are also going to go over it and see where certain adjustments can be made.
But that proposal we crowd when they buy in the first place.
Because they have brought a lot of pressure, unnecessary pressure into the system. Why didn't you just go ahead straight to tell us that at least quarterly it will be 10%?
225.
Yes. What's the meaning of that? Creating unnecessary tension in the system. That's what I'm saying. That finally, before I land, and it's a proposal. People will go over it. That 10%, quarterly they are looking for could come as low as even 2%. In the Ghana funds, say proposal. But say as utility companies, what are the ECG? They should take their management seriously. Say board ne beguna yungun in them. Let's look for competent people to man those institutions, because the losses that are being occasioned over there and consumers will not continue to pay for it. And then they busy.
May I say SOMPA 106.5 FM for God and countries in here. Yakoso Abomonkai say Nyamia Duma Endiche Domi Aya SOMPA FM Yene ya toothpaste and ya toothbrush ya kan aboma yede SOMPA Obi Bass no Eddie Bremo ntino edwadifo a wo mo domi eye market woni a ewo domi me pamocho mun get you ready. SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra ye ba makwemu ye ba live and loud eye da benga eye Friday 27th of September 2025 SOMPA 106.5 FM. Ye the programs ni nyina ba domi market anti domi adwadifo mu nteni ye mu how mu problems amu ye the OB bass no ba mu bucket ha na yenimu ababetenase ye di nkomo. It's just going to be exciting with packages. Na kai say anopano ehon ye beka ye 6 a.m. news anopano trending stories ni nyina no ye be bo the free eye domi market Ghana today baso domi market nyame aduma efiada 26th of September 2025 na ye wia Prophet Dr. Kofi Odro ono at the SOMPA first service no at the betwaso ye wia anti akosia ago abuaje papa bi yeah mobro wasam and then the crew so better say like I said this would be after the midday news and I say we are kasi bono ye di aba awie ye wie so a me ameti hey Kobla Abochi aka Prof minimum poundful ebetena say na yetrasia insem no ayadia yebeboewrem the political issues and of course social issues don't be for mo hawa mo wo adwadifo mo hawa mo wo yeni mu bedin komo crew ni nyina betena se until 5:30 near the hot bite news no at the atomo so monkai say a yard toothpaste and a yard toothbrush womo and also ya sene kese pa say jumadi ye de bebremo munhia no so edano ye 26th September 2025 time 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. Dummy Market, but live, loud, and full of energy. Like I said, don't miss out. If you want to be a part of it, Bomoding Nabra Sompa 106.5 FM. Na any a business man no embekasa. Na mo bana money a business office no ebekasa. Me pacho also ya bejibre. Na yeduwa kan air sponsorship no ho. One pairing up a ding. For God and for country. Dummy market for Munsha Yenim. Because ye bano obia aye pabana na ka say. Sa danu na mo be hu me producer. Me producer, Ora Bright Henry. Hi, senior man, Bako Pat. Sasson of Behu, Abema Patrick, anyone you can. I mean, said that day, Lali will be representing you. Amasama Bruni will be representing you. Amasama Bruni Mahwaba. That's the same.
Prof, me just super home.
Boko. Now, I don't know, that's why I late.
Traffic a crazy.
Traffic will
crazy.
Akwano so nyao de bacho unyanko maybe bacho de maminu wi na exit na me bacho ukwe your final words.
Yes, my final words ne say Ghana for nyina obi anya abotre edru ne e den a ya be mo maswati be nya nru ne e den no ye nyina ye chance ya bobo hu ye the proposals be brave apart from your technical men so ye de be buy in our press conference. Yeah, believe say, Prof. Say ECG4 said you can omo ye disconnections I na do baby so omaka say home because power na eba no so obi an consume a so untimi nya hoka enti national service for yi ade enti na ye form enkogu krum ba bia ye fi say kan wona na even weekly kra no shop kra obi entua 10 cities nipa ne ko every week bia no gi obi akra 10 cities money generation we don't know how to utilize our young crop for
human resource.
Exactly. Enti ni nyina ye proposals ye technical men no mo de omo yin ba ye be press conference na fi na ya boa se de be hwe ye cost no e be for once we are able to beat our cost losses from the transmission and all that, you know, a power no e ne be eba from ma edwumafo anya bi de edwuma ma eja economy no so ayi
yo we dey better was but one question before you go. Consumer Protection Agency. Why not funding? Maybe some
no, only say Consumer Protection Agency next year. March near 20 solid years.
Namonya 20 solid years.
20 solid years. Kofi Kapito Bekacho said we are putting a wonderful program in place to honor what we have done so far. And yeah, from 2006, yes, here.
And then more funding. Now, why do you get funding? That's my worry.
Yeah, we have a board. Now, board no most of the time. Now, I gentlemen are board members. So
okay.
Yes, we have a very competent board. The power of mobile media funding. Apart from that, some institutions, USA, here and there, they also come when we have.
Is it an institution of state?
No, yeah, purely independent.
Purely independent. And then how do you fund yourself? That's my problem.
We have a board.
So the board does contribution?
The boss, when we need something, the board raise the money because they have a way. And
through which way?
Through institutions such as USAID, such as BUSAC. Your current consumer bill now parliament is here.
Yeah.
Dr. Henry, the minister for the AG, on not Troy. Or try on behalf of consumer. Yeah, high no man trauma.
Oh, okay.
I call parliament 3 times. Unfortunately, we don't pass. You been your first reading, second reading, ever going to third reading. No government be anyhow better be passing.
A problem.
And science say the bill in such a way say you pass a bill now. Even government can be can. Ghana water, electricity, wine, a becker will be anti, and you could do a more person will be passed. And then also in your body say, that bill are passing because when that bill is passed, will be no about so kind, I could top spare pass now, or I knew ya pocket is just a bit once I will because you will be what bill the man, your friend, the consumer commissioner. And I said the Federal Trade Commissioner of America. Yeah, so toward the Nanka farm on our the commissioner will come and close your shop, auction the things in it, pay the consumer, and then close it. If we have these things working in place, we'll be able to be. But at the end of the week, still can't pass it.
So, is it supposed to mean say Jumana Moyana is not backed by a law?
We have a law, and the law is backed by you were lost in Kitinkiti, a FDA, a Ghana Ghana Standard Authority, you were consumer laws in Kitinkiti, but it's scattered. And after they are drafting the consumer bill, they are called parliament twice. I said, okay, yeah, the last parliament. I put in a public joke. I say, for this year, we will pass it. Unfortunately,
so okay. Now you tell us, Muko Kumase, and on this pad issue,
sanitary,
your friend is saying baby diapers issue, you know. And I know, say once it's in Kumase, some should be also be happening in Accra.
1 million our crash.
What is 1 million our Accra?
Yeah, 1 million
baby diapers.
Oh, but it was everywhere. I'm surprised.
Oh, I'm surprised that I didn't come across.
Fake.
No, fake.
1 million. And right, you cry just about 3 weeks or 1 month ago. You saw another 4 containers of pot.
Hey.
Oh, it was a huge news. It has been on.
No, because I'm wide read. I read everywhere.
Send me the pictures. Nibi chro. And kola omo boss our baby diapers ya. Sebi yota fresh. Kola ya wuni bibini. The two prohibit sebroni. Our police hospital. Kola when you are 6 months. Sebi yo or baby say small girl when you are 6 months.
But you people, you must be ready to name and shame.
But we have done that.
And diapers, man. Name and shame. Mention their names. Let's mention their names and shame.
Well, you couldn't
any name so. They put it.
They are not under any brand.
Exactly. Transparent. What how they get it to Ghana?
Debbie.
Oh, news kesi pao. What they do, they say, when they go to China, China will Krobia. It's about 1,000 companies who produce that baby diapers in Kwan. Now diapers now, a fairly production na idea go ball lemono. Now uni pagana ni unia. Ako se free ball anim. Not the good contain them. Now diaper na dia ba kone say from production to packaging. And it's a canipa. Because once you hold it, it has been contaminated. And your idea, Akora, are very vulnerable. Or more immune system now, woman, they fighting disease. Who pay you? Akora, the antisa. And to be Pia Fakara, who be ano, I will say, it is from pediatrics. And you find Niagro. Now, diaper now, I say, no, they're not in SARFO or Bolemunu, not the good container, empty container. Oh, we are near Bishia Gufon Watema. No, Mashisha Gupolitan, a Olonka Politan, no, when you go Mutriso, no moton. A brand packaging grano, they should not even see sunlight.
So I am asking the question now. Sanya manomu de bar a year one no more approve for each sale to be done.
But the only and I said yeah, maybe I'm gonna buy one label as clothes as used clothes. And I'm gonna do rim. You tracy and you're watching what it will be but then the names in Nama, national security for me. And see, a huge issue.
No, but as a consumer, they should follow up. The people must be arrested. They must be arrested.
Against this. Seriously. Everyone was a very serious issue are gonna happen. You can watch them say, Nansen, I am here. Nansen, national security. Actually, another container. I know we go for Momokochi. Now, here say, hey, Akraya will be only an Obekasa.
Sure.
It is saying, say, if we fail and not to protect them, then yes, you need to for you because Akraya to be protecting them.
Wow.
Hey, I don't like Bibi Nipa, Gana ni Bibi Nipa. Yankasa Yadri. No, Debbie Yadri.
Transparent rubber munegu. No labeling, nothing. Egumusa. Nebo for off.
Nebo for. What go be now?
Oh, nebo for off. So Google sees here a CPA on fake diapers.
Yeah.
What do you Google CPA on fake diapers? Ya chibebre ya who press conference ya bebre ya ne FDA for sisi prime no ka say ya ne FDA for eba be what we call the nationwide enforcement you be and na say obi be confirm be for Nigeria by national security for ache e wo Kumasi ya ba be national enforcement ne yi nyina because the children are so and saya egu nkwara no to ho no ne enti am
so maybe so can the Consumer Protection Agency say the Food and Drugs Authority, they are not up to their task.
From port to bottom.
From port, they are
no.
I'm asking a question. All this arrest here,
I'm just asking a question.
Mistakes can come anyway, but in this issue, they have stood with us. We go with and the ones they complain in the no more DH, near Kochichi, but near say that a diapers no more the banner where the short wall. a diaper good diaper about 3 or 4 layers nsuo a be a cotton nti takora edun so akora be 6 months the year na different from akora when you 1 year weight na nyepe nti diaper bia weight ewo ho ebi wo 1 kilo ebi ese nye ba no hwe ni ho ye ntwe hwe wo ho nti ebia also 6 months akora you should now the akosha 1 year odu so bakomienu anajo ebedu anopa no na no tu nyina afọ Johnson say hot. It na aka body no and a layer no so sa. Na for na kra no to hu nyina. Na asay one penny year na infection di no waji. Na ye kohwe back on police hospital. That antibiotics na ye dey wo akra no a day no 56 one. It is a would treat for 15 days. Just imagine and see. Na oni bi ofia akra no nyewu no be. Na kra onya 6 months obabesia na the private part asay because diaper nipa de se ni Ghana ni trim odini so person nya ne mfaso owi o de akotran so dem de bia ba for ye obi ban hu ensay.
So I ask the question again. Do you feel, say, from where you sit, the Food and Drugs Authority, the Ghana Standards Authority, they are up to their task when it comes to protecting the ordinary consumer?
They are doing their best. They are doing their best. But enyo munkwa customs ka ho, we ka ho, and I porous borders no, uko Togo ho no bi di nam ho, but uko wa obi di nam ho, family omo di nam ho, Ivory Coast omo di nam ho. Enti obakasa wo protect border ha no, na ye di bi so nam foforo. Ni nyina ye collective issues also ye nyina ye hwe na ye stop sa any money nyina.
Enti every Ghanaian obian bien eni.
Exactly, but yet diapers no mania product a ye hu, he na say ye bi ye mo de bakubi ba no so mo friend no American paint.
SOMPA FM.
American paint.
Your friend American paint.
Mehu.
E wo bucket ni ho level bi eni.
Level bi eni ho.
The lead levels na was American. Here papa me go to be the painting ni fie.
Baba so mo amotie yan mo go Facebook was is here. Mo hu diapers ye ka ho asem no wa hwe.
Babies no
Why? Now, Brani, Wabomodia for China. The Asaya China for them penna, Wabugo to a guru. Now, one of us aside the goo a container. Now, the Ababe fire pot. Now, you're paying for our pot, also in Shanghai. Now, finding its way into the system.
Karana, I want to say, and I hope to be a purchase and be not a moment in your bed.
It may be a bit graphic to put out.
It's bad.
Charlie.
American paint, yes, you have American paint.
Aye.
Now, lead level. A woman no a high. It has been rejected in their countries. Ghana near of here good contain the money about Obubu na or tongue. Now, Papa be an lucky. And no kotobi na or the painting in them. So now or bar or asthmatic. Because who paint here it's supposed to take about 2 or 3 days and say nipple to them. Na you know.
Ne papa you know.
Yeah, painting walk up here so da. And you outside the crowd, see you see road. I can't know.
Nana Prempe, you better was a pass by, but they would need more of you here. And it's uncommon, you will have to pick it up.
I mean, CPA phone in Yadri, he said, say, your chin crofona, do they omokochi goose now? Do they follow up to see, say, in crofona, a prosecutor, mana? And 2, there are certain things to say, when he said, lady, obi back or inhale ewu. And you people are still shielding them. So when a branded company, be say, oh, Rhino company be down, but they don't even have a label. So certain things are there. Say on social media, no more to so. Someone to me, main media houses to say more the social media, no more to so. Yeah, I share.
So now, how do you respond to some now?
Okay, they all can. My name blame me.
All right.
Say your name state institution. We don't have the prosecutorial authority. Yeah, be koko. Near the document and I say information number, national security for, and then they will forward it to the Attorney General because he decides who to prosecute, who not to prosecute. At the end of the day, who are the institution ama yakoye confiscation. So you cheer and then they nina war, and then by the end of the day, that really there.
But anytime you get the opportunity, I'm go out on an exercise, SOMPA FM. We have reporters here. We'll do a follow-up. We'll go with you. You will collaborate with you effectively in Accra. Say the Ebekwa, Asami, but mobile now, Modiako Parliament. waka no happen say Ura Dominic ayene ono trauma mo no ne penso na aban e wa ba mu amwo majority in parliament
Attorney General
Attorney General petition forget it drafting and just look at mistakes Nana Prempe, we want to say we are grateful for your time. God richly bless you for coming. Merase, Ebusia for SOMPA 106.5 FM. Nana is just going to take leave of us. Nana, Executive Director in charge of Mediation Consumer Protection Agency, and artist, Edin Komo. In fact, there are issues of national concern we need to dialogue on because somewhere how many but so in the next 25 minutes, you may be alliance not to numbers of a friend. 0260 196064 0260 196065. Nakai say Electroland Ghana Limited. What must I say in the way pa? Say the Eddie for God and country Jumedi no Eddie Brewo. Baby I will be on a kai say any electronics be a will pay be a say a NASCO product, say a media product, say a Samsung product, say a TCL product, bombarding. Now for when it's Electroland Ghana Limited, your TVs, air conditioned fridges, washing machine, kettle, rice cookers, microwave, and blenders ni na no kai. Electroland Ghana Limited. Of course, your discount. Yet Mao Kai say Omecha Quang Fetchman Bia any backsword edition more men Kumasi station. Kumasi one more Kasi Junction Tech Junction Subu more Sasana do nichre a year in crying out or more dental barrier than Suman runabout industrial area Bia Melcom Plus edition anymore. They have offices. I was Sunyani Mankasim Cape Coast Takra de Enchamali from 0245 949495 0245 949495. Nakai say Lexter Company Limited. Makachi say wamuni yen akabomwa nyame aduma Friday chatwo was September busuminimu no wamuni yen akabom at the outdoor program Edia Badomio Domi Market a honey eba me pacho usori no para be choose ya yard toothpaste enyumre yard toothpaste na kai say toothpaste no kwa na obe yisu brush no say u yisu ni mienu a me pacho sen no ebe ye fita bomodin say won kran hope be etu aton wa 050 161 9588 wo kuma say 050 1390 338. Yard toothpaste and then the toothbrush. Me pacho a dutrim and kasa. Na and there Nyami Aduma non watchi ebrim. Ye man penyin ebesia in some trophy. Some selected media persons in Ghana. Na ye bisa question and say question ben pana. When ya man penyin ka obebisa no etiefo tie de you maybe sao question bempa na when ya man penyin punimpu anan fi se Ghana ya journalist ya selection so me sia man penyin nanwumri wo mu bisa no amasama bro ni ma sama akwa baby
me just super.
Yes, so the engagement is going to be on. The engagement is going to be on. What do you think?
Yeah, but let me have a bite at the tariff issues now. Why? In the first place, me chair my constituents, any ATA4. Then, essentially, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was starting a tour in Ashanti region. If it is possible tour, no. I don't know starting, and we all know the role Ashanti region plays when it comes to MPP. And for him to start there, is very, very laudable. So, your best polling station executives, party members will be or to Sabano. Say, Yansan retaining, your best say Yansan retaining Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia now on Sambe a flag bearer for Victory 2028. Now, Prof, idea mintia say when it comes to this tariff is that yet your mind we move. Then say ena ukaya government edi 1 cedi etu every liter so. And the reason was that say anyesa you be experience dum so. So omu friend energy levy. So anything within the energy sector no, on person omu use sa tax no with that to petroleum product no move for offset. But ushe 11th April 2025. ECG, that is President Mama sworn in. 3 months, just 3 months now, you're increasing electricity tariffs by 14.75%. Just 3 months in office. And Nyama almost 30 year ECG estate year as reasons into almost 2 tariff increase and say or say it is based on detailed analysis of microeconomic and operational factors including inflation, exchange rate fluctuations, and rising fuel costs. Now, Prof, question I want to ask is that this is the same government that touted say, and we've seen it, so it's not about say Bibi America say you pick dollar echo form. So this exchange rate issue no, and we all know say no so dollar no stabilizing for some time before Asan started say to Americano. So on what basis and on Crawford exchange rate fluctuation added to by 14.75. Almost about the rising fuel cost. And Chebiao, Prof, not Usamba 25th June 2025. They stated the same reasons, the same ECG stated the same reasons why I was almost by 2.45%. That is June. We are in September and they have started again. Now, the most laughable aspect of it is that almost see Oma project say the 225% no a year for the next 5 years. One.
Why is it laughable?
But it's laughable because who in 3 months keke obe tumbium usan yusu your friend say exchange rate fluctuation. How come are you able to look into the crystal ball to tell us the exchange rate in the next 5 years?
But these are only proposals they are talking about.
But proposals must be reasonable and logical. Proposals. You just don't bring any proposal. If you say some proposal yeah, ECG for the abetoi, it's not reasonable. This is illogical because at least you can even project a year ahead. Say you want an increase a year ahead. But who can 5 years proposal? Do we now say whoever thought say a dollar be cross 12 cedis? Yendru baby just in a matter of a week, dollar free 10 cedis, a quarter 13 cedis. Then you are projecting to what's the name for 5 years. Come on, they should be serious. And look, every time ECG wants to increase, their reasons are virtually the same thing. But me, all that's I don't know, because Ebeka Obibia, and when it comes to electricity, and when it comes to petrol, Utuma, the down person, the commoner, no, suffer the pinch no more than the middle class and the affluent in society. Me, but now me friends, Papa now CPA, Nana Prempe. Now Oka, yenim say, Nyomuton so wabonti say, what says our business so pure water for no mukos Jeffrey a baby no mako jina kwan ho aton no. Omu yetuma ebeka omu, nyo orani coastal ebeka no. Nyo oyusu electricity at the basic level to say Barbara ni sa anyama na oboboy no. Ebeka omu more. Obi a oya middle class and oya affluent. Onu nyama ni bi wo ha. He or she can stay. Ebeka ye nyina. No, ebeka ye nyina but say degree no. Or it will vary. Let's also acknowledge that fact. But this is the government that criticize things of such nature. So this proposal shouldn't have even come up in their reign. Less than a year. It shouldn't have even come. And that is why when I was coming, I could hear my brother in the car, yeah, they have to sack them. And I asked myself, could he have advanced the same argument if it was under MPP? Today, there he knows that the management, whoever, those who even want them should be sacked.
His government is in power, and he has that kind of authority to say they should be sacked. You don't commend him.
No.
You don't commend him.
Prof,
I'm asking you don't commend him.
Prof, Abotchie, don't give him that authority. He doesn't have any power. His power is just to sit here and talk. He cannot sack anybody. Let's all agree.
No, he can. He speak to the issue.
No, I'm not saying he cannot speak. We're all here to speak to issues. We're all here to speak to issues. Aside speaking to the issues, who can Holali? Holali is looking for appointment. You think if he has the power, he will appoint himself.
All right. Okay. So
really, ECG and Ghana Water po. Look, obviously 280, and the main reason has to do with Galamsey. And I said, but the same NDC said you could stop Galamsey in 1 week. How come now they have to sit down for ECG to now use it as basis? No more increase. Your friend say now they are all agreeing say Galamsey fight and yes, so we should pray for the president. We won't pray for him. We will politicize it just as they did. We will do it for them. No, Galamsey. Sam just said if President Nanado wants to stop Galamsey, it is a matter of a week. They are 9 months in office. Who should pray for who? I don't have that time. I'm going to politicize.
Are you not being patriotic enough?
So he was unpatriotic then. Is that what you are saying? He was unpatriotic.
Yes, but he was unpatriotic.
So you can tell me he was unpatriotic. Has he apologized? We're apologizing for that.
So
reckless comment.
Of what he said.
But we're all going to benefit from the politics they did.
So what is this? Listen. You see, I have a problem with you, the politician.
Don't be a speaker. Don't be a defender.
I have a problem with you, the politician.
Don't have the problem with us.
You do me, I do you. That thing must stop.
No, this is not you do me, I do you.
No, you do me, I do you. That thing must stop.
No, this is not you do me, I do you. They were in office. So some of the things they were criticizing, they were in office between 2012 and 2016. So they knew better. Say, nyamani bi omu condemn no enya easy. Omu ma Galamsey fight. Professor Jampo Munina, then omu kai. Omu ka say declare state of emergency. Why are they now not declaring state of emergency? Ama say Ghana Water ebe bezi enunso akotu water tariff 280. Ada mboni be na Ghanaian say this is the time Crawford like Professor Jampo should come out and say, hey, if this is the reason why Ghana Water declares increasing tariffs there, yes, state of emergency, it should come to be. Or not president to know. Or not someone can say declare state of emergency when it comes to Galamsey. Now says Galamsey affecting the common person independent tariff for somebody's recklessness. Now yet to her shall we see I should come and pray for the president, pray for him when he knows very, very, very well. Said
says somebody's recklessness under your government.
No,
you couldn't fight Galamsey.
No, you couldn't fight Galamsey. Prof, so we couldn't fight and we lost. Those who claim they could do it better. No, Prof, speaking does not save you anything. Yeah, anything you lose aba. Nyomu kachi Ghanaian so mbetimi aye no omo ababem omo kra omo see within a week yet me stop Galamsey. Professor Jampo, any other friends civil service organization. Then omo kai omo see no mo be declare strike who kai about 2-3 weeks to elections no be declare strike and then they say the omo feel say Galamsey normal.
They gave several reasons why you
and the several reasons included what
included new loan repayment obligations. They also talk
so
about
now Galamsey can fester because of that.
Galamsey pollution effects and why?
No, that is Ghana Water. I'm not speaking.
That's Ghana Water.
I'm talking about the CSOs.
I'm talking about the other factors. Why?
I'm talking of media houses, and I believe yours included. Mu champion Galamsey say yen declare state of emergency. Level before you declare state of emergency, it means the situation is there. Me boy. Now how come all of a sudden 9 months there? Suddenly Galamsey I okay Anna. And I'm stressing on Galamsey because me catch you say Ghana Water. Ni reason ba kunti a person on to me Galamsey. So go and tell the Galamsey situation and see whether Ghana Water will come back with this reason.
And that is not the only reason because they also.
I'm not saying that is the only reason.
Yes,
but that is one of the laughable reasons.
No, listen, there are about 4 reasons. They will talk about the inadequate current tariff coverage. That is also a part of the challenge. So they are challenging the Galamsey issue is also a part. But now you have singled out that one. And that is what you are hammering on.
Well, I agree with Holali has to do with say. Ghana Water, Omudi aka omunku ameti waka omuni ECG. Omu here one city credit they should even give them. Look, what monetary mechanisms do they have say? So parties said okay no. Ebe gashi out sir. You know
one baby am etino. Also they be a pie or your friend class a Taifa Palm Street on.
Okay.
Aircross Smith your friend is a hospital on. Pipe be a pie or ever since I am back. They be a pipe in the
you see?
They be a pipe in the every day.
Anyway, who the 1000% Kuramanwa obe Westino.
And to Ghana Water, haven't they seen? We have talked about this over and over again. They be able to do what chaka.
As I say, Prof.
Oh,
technology abba. So they don't have the technology.
No, even I contacted
pipeline way. There's a problem with it.
I contacted the assemblyman for the area, and he tells me that So still the problem is still there.
And at a point, right, it looks like how that is what the utility companies. That is how they build. Look, say transformer a blast to a baby. No for ECG4. Ube from at the point could be craft or because I brought the higher. Me they ever gave me that answer. Because I have bad there. For 4 days, Omubayo, and so Omu Phyllis a woo how. Meanwhile, Crawford at the Sumu would their how. And what better now say some Crawford should empathize with you. No munjin tum, nay increase tariff. If people see improve in services, who the bad they will accept it. Prof, who call mine be so na ujina airport, who call ye sa trolley no. Na say catch you say tuya, ube tuya unkasa, kotoka air free. Utuya because the next minute to free airport, nyama na unim say scan edi ye sa nyama no. Unkoda empty say ya doom light and so away. But anu unim say utuya the next minute utuya sa percentage no. Pipe na pipe wa area na be san pipe wa mumba biom. Aqua anymore 6 months and every quarter no more samba say and inflation and a fluctuation and this that means forever and ever PURC duty in United say they should just be helping these utilities to be increasing tariffs.
All right. I know Walali has already gotten his bite on that particular issue.
Okay.
But in the yeko in Central for Kwakoshia questions when a movie say given the opportunity as a journalist, Walali. Question Ben now fees and can we be so mamping?
It's a quick one before we go on that. Is it mean I come out what to say? I saw you making that attempt 2 years, yeah. So he should understand that the factors are beyond just Galamsey. The effects of the Galamsey, has brought about a rise in the cost of their operations because now, say if you need 10 kilograms of whatever chemicals you treat the water with, it means because of the high levels of the turbidity and all those kind of things, you need extra. In terms of cost of producing the water will go up. And I say how with other factors. Galamsey no mo humodin. She say nyaba. Quiet bed 9. Na mama ho kwan se nkofo nko dwiringu no munye Galamsey no ye yaba yaba baji nyina. It's under government control now. So efforts are being made. But alongside that, we are also looking for efficiency in the operations of our utility services. And one year came. ECG ni water nyina. Say nipa mo for medjuma no emfa nipa 5 nko 2 kg mo so mo nyisika no mo ma receipt. Ye hia nipa wo field no baby pipe na pipe wo no. Get more technicians if you have to. More plumbers if you have to. Because in so no that is treated water echo. It's not going into people's houses. The houses of the people who pay the bills no. You shouldn't go nifie because pipe na pipe. E ho na wasi ye hye. Say be ya treated water enyungu kwa. Na yesika enye den enhye. And then you continue increasing tariffs to burden, the customers. And in common no. So, utilities, the provider should be up and doing. A Jumana say a brom swa. A buying soon say bet me you wait because we know of a lot of competent people who are around. You mean you have my point? But we have to adopt the principle. You see, Saturday way you name your Ghana. Namia Hamepan. Prof, you give them KPIs,
Sure.
I'm fortunate to have done HR. So one thing I don't joke with is appraisals. Ejuma media mawi say na ye ejuma no. After 1 month, I must come back and sit with you. The America see you no. Why ye? The next say why ye? Onye ya the si hu kwan ama wenti nyanye.
Sure.
If it is an issue of ebia wa ho den nenso ana ebia bibi na unim debi na then we can all work on all those things to improve you. If we can't improve you, we fire you, we bring in somebody else who can do that.
So respond to
So with regards to expectations from the president.
Sure.
I think
expectations from we journalists and expectations from president.
Well, from the communications point of view, dear, I expect some of the toughest questions to go to the president.
Questions
We've made promises.
Sure.
Some levies and all those kind of things. Question is, have we been able to deal with them? What will be the answers? Betting tax, emission, those are pertinent questions because they were made during the campaign, the heat of the campaign. Oral, saying Yet it says this car and all those kind of things. We see people are being invited to Yoko, CID, Office of the Special Prosecutor. Yeah, FBI, they are dealing with issues. We are cooperating with them and all those kind of things. So issues of corruptions, issues of governance. Yeah, she boss here the minister 60 and a bebuma and a meboa. For close to about how many months? About 6 months. Near the 54 put a nebuma. Nancy and ye 6 in the background. So we made all these things, about governance. Say, we have a very cute government to deal with. We collapsed some ministries, merged some of them so we can have efficiency and then reduce the unnecessary numbers. We are taking austere measures. You see, by virtue of governance, KPIs, for the first time, it was officially launched. Omampeni has launched Code of Ethics. All appointees have KPIs that they are going to be reporting to this fine gentleman, Professor, I think it's Professor White, I think so. He's in charge. Most of the CEOs, they say, Master, you're supposed to submit this report by now. Document win, and all those kind of things. So, with regards to governance, dear, we know what's going on there. But we are doing well. Take education. Problems we were facing during the free SHS. It was centralized with regards to food. In collab befie, they be almost kumpono musu. They have TV so they be said we are no mudi yet. But some collab crona was schools na no edi what dance here. Said Ganya see omunim see omudi school no ekuye. Free SHS so yatrem. Yes, share boss one I be kan call first year in tertiary institutions no. Aban be form ho kakwa. No fee, stress. Ye fi ho. And so sabo na share no ye di super pepe. Trainee allowances. Ye di hu komo saa ye ka se ye ba ye ntwem. E ka wo ho nyina na ya ba be ye fi ho. Ye gusu tua. Education, sector no is seeing a lot of reviews now. So say we can say we are almost reverting back to the normal calendar that we used to know. The poto basa maybe you be a parent and you be at home onim na oba school. Bosume baako wakra so go school aba. 1 month later, baba betina unchen ofie for bosume miensa. Parents had no way of planning. Teachers were not having any vacations. They were exhausted and all that. But we are coming back, to the normal calendar. So educational sector no. Now free SHS are here about how many schools now? By 99 be there. A double track and also. Health, we are doing all over there. All those kind of things, the big push. Has been launched. Matesa October year a dem straight. Ubibia opebia no package bi na bo fie. Ye shasie. Inti promises near ye do na like them go get na omo de sre no. Omo de ye a concept during the campaign. And then 1st October Ghana's for ebenya ho faso. Inti ashebo bebre and ye diswara. Of course, it will be impossible. Okay, so so now I'm assuming that you are the president. Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. President, you campaigned on resetting Ghana's economy.
Definitely.
8 months into your term, what specific metrics are you using to measure your progress within your three priority areas? Reducing inflation,
good,
stabilizing the city, and cutting the deficit. What concrete results can Ghanaians see?
Let me start with inflation. Beto no wahefa. And number 6.3, beboa. What about the CD? Beto no and number 15, beboa.
That's not true.
What the fan saying in number 14 po. What did we do? Through the monetary policies of the Bank of Ghana, the Finance Ministry, and the help of the Gold Board activities. TNE. Sankofo community bomo. City ne performer to 10 meboa. And then Yera address this country. Asema no katre. Bank of Ghana governance should said the same thing, that they believe that the real value of the cedi ranks between 10 to 12 cedis. Hello? If I'm answering your question as the president, this is what I'm going to tell you. I told you that I believe that the real value of the cedi is from 10 to 12. Oh, and I'm making. I have mentioned.
What concrete results?
Yes.
Can the Ghanaians see that all these things you are talking about is reflecting in their pockets?
Okay,
and
so
their well-being?
yes, something used to be 14. Now it is 12.
What is that?
The cedi to the dollar. Enti na nu ya ampo aboso kan for di ho dance ye eba 10 no any num 12 to see akra no they are asking people to be calm because we are still enjoying some of those benefits. Eboma fuel.
So
oh, 1 second. Would that be you have asked a very important question. But Mamifa will see.
Yes, questions.
Yes, I will only answer. He has only questions. So let me just deal with it. So, and then he also reflected with fuel prices. And then I'm here because we know fuel prices affect all aspects of our national life. So there has been that reduction. And also aboa ama mo kofa atwen aduane ne nyama ba kromo no ne nyina no aba from kakra that has directly reflected on the reduction of figures due to inflation and all that. So the results are clear on the economy.
Prof Abotchie,
expertly clear. What we came to meet is not what there is. You are getting the point.
All right.
Okay, so we have made Ghana heaven, but it is much better than we inherited. Much
on job creation.
Yes.
You criticize the previous artificial job creation program like NAPCO.
Yes.
And emphasize private sector growth.
Good.
What specific policies have you implemented to encourage businesses that laid off workers during the economic crisis to rehire? How are you leveraging the African continental free trade you mentioned in order to make sure you get people hired into jobs?
Very simple.
Through the
NEIP.
Lego exam question.
I mean, look, through the NEIP, for instance, we have the.
What is that question? I'll come back to you, but
the master craftsmen and all those kind of people, they are almost Jim Kola. Prof, what is a nice question? You need the answer. I need to give you the answer. We need to give you the answer unless you are sleeping. Unless you've not heard of what the NEIP is doing. Unless you've not heard of what YEA is doing. I'm giving you direct results through the NEIP. You are master craftsmen, hairdresser, phone penny, and all those things. Yeah, but do not imagine. There are all opportunities being given to people.
All right. Okay, so I'll come back to you again. I'll come back to you.
You're getting the point.
You hold the piece for me. You hold it. Let me talk to the colleagues. Hello, good evening. Vacho, dini baby akasa free. Dini baby akasa free. Me vacho beti unka. Vacho te benka. Let's see. Me ba try the kawasam ni enkoy. Me ba.
Hello. I have found the court in Frederick Suwitri.
SOMPA FM.
Yo, Sisia. I think we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you pretty soon right here on SOMPA 106.5 FM for God and country. But now maybe some question this here. Ejuma.
Yes.
Ekoso.
In the public services, you can see what the YA is doing with the prisons, police, and all those. The opportunities that are being given to people to, get employment, of course. Gold board, the activities, people are being employed as part of, the task force and all those kind of things. Plenty of opportunities. Private sectors are being involved. And look, now we are Asia, Singapore, Japan.
Yeah.
Look at the things he's brought back home. Huge investments that's going to open up this country to help us to be able to get what we need to create the jobs that we want. Here, we have launched the 24-hour, economy, program already. TVLE, GRE, mention them. If I'm saying passport of, they've all started running it now.
Hello, good evening. So, didn't baby Okasa free?
Okay. Maybe kami share mo mpanyina kami bisano se galanse na okaso ba odi be 2 weeks be 2 1 amon ekisen yeto sumi ni be bisane se si ayete ha ena ye ho akire ye Ghana for se ye ho chiri omo be tu electricity dey nti sano ka che na minua ne ka se
SOMPA FM
omo ka se omo ba be double tracking but the MPP for Moka said 7 years, 2017, and maybe almost the same thing, and Moka said 2017, and then double track and be finished. Let's just say, because MPP Kai said the same thing on Moka, and you can be so. Or come 25 comments or so, maybe movie. Into on chair up to now, and the 9 months of winter because of the 6 months. If education,
So, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
But your dinner baby Okasa free.
But I'm supposed to be so true.
So what am I patrol it here why?
So but I say Nanisha no with my pa yeah
SOMPA
about UCD say about 300% tariff increase. The best step of the mama. Nani kasawa ho. The best share NPP. On community. They created that debt. Who you should PDS every collecting the electricity bill for 7 months in this country. Of this economy. Yeah, you see the containers that will happen. The best share the whole community. The best share people. Just started a just ago. This country was given to them for 8 years. Tell them here, they messed up the country. That's it. And now Obiaba, or to see the mess, I will get in. Who shall enter on it? Just 8 months in the position, they're all over the place, making noise. And I over the upset. They can be seen again like 2015. But we have got any more Ghana. Often also an economist. Also, the economy is a passion.
SOMPA FM.
I good governance. But we have a dollar. This is economic standing and not dollar in your meeting. Let it shut up. Thank you.
Me da se pass over Jumedi and so. Hello, good evening. So one I'm in the say. Man too. I can't phobia and patrol it you. Pacho Kakasa.
Let's say, one Kasa Kasa, a backline. Imagine.
Me Pacho say the OT and Kaye Pa.
Yo, Prophet. Medical manager Dr. Blanet Champon. Yamentia, Jasikodi Afrepon. Safia Mohammed, and I can come with. Yamentia, you know. Bro, on my Ghana for. And Nana Kufa, and Anis Yakuyaso. And a Ghana for the Navy. What's the Ghana phone goes to free? What's the Ghana phone you like? The Ghana for the Navy. And your mama in quantum and then throw. I can see a video so I get me. And now, Galam say, yes, almost one for Kuba in a call. Galam says, I say, Nana would you a man with Yanni. You will moment your bar. Almost a about that your mama, Rinia. Almost to the free. That you wake up and a man and you lose you that time. And I can say, for a man against them, but as a drop over her. And then we no man carry, and then they do your mama, so they want your mom by a man. Ah, now I don't know about my employer man here. The end of the man.
Me da say pass by Mami Fa the next caller. Hello, good evening.
Hello,
SOMPA FM.
So why na me ne kase?
Me pato, Aziz ni me kasa fi do me.
Yo, Aziz in patrol da say you.
Yes, we are that near Juma Panya for Enshram. Missing Copo, Mumu Jim, my no dear. Many Jim Hopa, because Juma Pa, Modia to Muhuna, Professor Mani, or Mani Quay, Namishamopa. If I told me got them and they got chat TDC. Yakupo Shapanopa, and Lawyer Zuma, the deal of Yakupo Bon and Hoba. Yankan of Enchera. They can't perform on my way, Ghana yet Timono, who perform money in MP before. Mother saw my way 8 years old, 8 years old, Yanya, and Timo. Into also my way 8 years, Yanya, Pasoba, and Timo. No, please, $80, 1917, and about 11 cities. So, and I did before I was the Yanya. Petro Yatisu, Lorifa Yatisu, and 5 kilo Yatisu. Mugalo, Yatisu, into the problem they want. Yakalam, me pato.
Yes.
Almost to make a bit of the phone of Tugalam, and then we walk about. We can't be before now. Yankan crank it or move to fair, but
Yo, may I say pass by quickly? Let's talk to this caller. Hello, good evening. If I try to so didn't maybe I can free. Oh, yeah, that's it. If I try it you.
I did entry. I don't know if chairman. I incoming the chairman. Opening and I'm more the Uzi and Yama up here. I'm not gonna for not gonna and he and today and what happened. Now, so any better up for me. What the Tuesday, what they were there 4 times our Ghana. And then, and Pala echoes to the area and then everybody, except 1 year, Juma over so many months, I go 1 year. Almost your Moka. I'm a number of demonstration. And I'm a papa now, I'm going and I'm going to get extra 4 Ghana. Get back to Ghana for you, your mama said. And then I get things.
SOMPA FM.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a trouble. I'm fighting them. Because put up after. Like I'm it's not that I'm 12 agency and almost almost them. I can show you that and you're your mama and then pay for the same thing the mama said. And to buy a course wall or only clothes. And then for other refugees, our articles, what it another on Syria. The mama said, I'm going to go and then the next other refugees here now. Can be a catch them with the MD near the very moment Ghana for. Or one put up and on the SOMPA and they only said the best Ghana for you. The air possible
Yo, me bacho yo, that's it. Wakasa ma obi so emre bio. Ye Nicola we nkasa. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Open Cassia.
Bacho one amene kase.
Uni abema ajano wana meka dome kwa benya yene unyane wa ya constituency ga East Municipality mo.
Lai, ajana one me bacho eti why.
Ya wema mumo ede joma pa mo bi so o my Ghana. Mami ti ya mi ya wa. Ye Malali amova. Yes, NBC, we have the men of Malali. Why the money Yamisha? Who are you? Aha. Never did you. Deputy in a and I know. And you know, I'll blame our NBC officials and the leaders and attorneys. That three back journey, I can hear I can hand it. I come and tell me, or Manu Yaman call here because I can, because I can
yo, Mate, Medase. Mabin Fra Ekolawe. Hello, good evening.
Danfu.
Pastor one amene kase.
Danfu, what is it?
For me, who you now swear?
And I need the one from the account of Penny Bay.
You batch it you.
You way of one for Unia, class and Catastrophe Caswa. But the upon 19 to contain an open.
SOMPA FM. You, Mate.
Jamadi degree. Honorable Aku. Let's go, my penny. On how to a channel, one more day, and I'm telling you, so you are Yamishan. What to MP4 for me and what they do? To not that I present, I'm not dealing with my Ghana. And I know Ghana put down from them. And yet, good driver and driver papa, and yeah, when you get from them. And can no more MP4 come on, no black. What you now? I want to. I could just simply so. I'm a wow, it's one wow. I'm a more editor of the man, Mahama. You are one mess of my Ghana. I sell my Ghana property. And when you're about to Niama, I'm a Niamaya stable. Dollar, a drop, petrol, the beer drop, I'm an inflation drop. And I'm not the same as the general. I jump on a more panel, the China. I'm a drop. Nam running woman Nino, and now my young Vika. Nakamaya Namudoma drop. And I can run in Womutia and come up with Salman and Nawaku and defend you undefendable. Only the position one boy who defending. I never knew.
Let's talk to this caller, but we have just about some 2 calls to pick. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Pachawana Menene Kase.
Your friend original Tantana Nungwafu in our captain.
Original Tantana Nungwafu in our captain. Me pacho eti you.
Yes, sir. Director. And you may embrace me. Akra me can say, Mechia Adana 1 and Isule. And this is why Aziz Momichio Nina communicators, Yamishramo, the Minerals Commission, Michiamu Nina, Nabubi Kangalamse Asem, Galamse no dear, Ye Papa Imana Amakofi 1, or say, Obe fight Galamse, no Nutina Mam, the Nebai. We have fire stop a man up. After Obi so air said light, yes, Director, your 2 Busan say. Time about me about power no. PBS,
SOMPA FM.
Ghana, Mojiji free Ghana no. Electricity, what money are they? And no Nakofa a car, and Lutina. Mahama say, what did you say? Cannot, Lord, you back. How many months in here? Most of two soda. Namomo Yapanya Begina or Abai 4 by 10 to say MPP Abai. Mumu to me, Katas, Obi Abba 8 years. 1 year so who do so, not Obi Abba 9 months. More expected say, also who do so, including Garamse. Say only Garamse free hop. Papa Kisi or say
me bacho me I'm in for last call and I am for friend and brave here. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
So one I'm in the Kase. Amasamai, me bacho etio.
Bacho. Anga anani finisha is excellent mapia. And your question is after maybe done.
The questions when I be bisano.
First maybe done say. Almost make a pad. Na pad no. Or one day show pad and pad the amuya de because in for years after essay your essay some on your primary school never move to go the jungle because I then na first 24 na from my pad and in Colana. And I'm with the fence and this is for the Udio Machia. I'm and I'm telling you before Pastor your mamma. I'm a car with some container dollar duo Sapema. Yeah, they are no more than before any before and I for area container
Medawase, more mufri nyina na yedamase. We can appreciate more concerns over here. But me your happy birthday messages be or me de beba. The edikano Ora William Asari. William Asari. William Asari. Media sendo. Branty, William Asari, and a birthday. Happy birthday to you, wherever you are, our brother. We understand, sir. Yes, we end this in Ikesiepa. With the Syria college, no, yes, who can who be pa, and Ubi, and they are saying, Mr. Minkancho say, Wamudo. Now they are telling you, say, Juana, oh, bodo, oh, boy, Jubayepa. And you're William Asari. This one is from SOMPA 106.5 FM to you. Yesre nyame kwantete edimao. Sempono ade ya bayamanie, ade ya empetuwo, ade ya be ya kwenhia, ni nyina mu no Yesu Kristo din mu ye pegu edimao. Saso no owura Benjamin osei asante wechi akwan ewo US of A ene wawoda. Happy birthday to you. God bless you and make you a great and a strong person. So that's what it is. But yeah, Baba, sorry, Amayako, Amasama Bruni.
Prof, 8 months. I think NDC college now, my friend, they should begin to wake up. They are still in hibernation. Yeah. Victory now, they think say they can take Ghanaians for a ride. 8 months, Prof. One of the things are Ubeja Tum Emma MPP elusive elections.
A quick one, you just have about a minute
to do what?
To submit because you called Hot Bite News. Debbie, Amasama Bruni.
Oh, then we don't 1 minute.
So
okay, so one thing that made MPP to lose power. Yenina Ubeja Tum
Galamsey. And Amamunusu power.
In fact, one of the things because getting to bear 4 months to elections, it was all about Galamsey, led by the likes of Professor Jampo. And then Wakwaja appointment waye di ontiminka Galamsey wasem. Bisa who say Erastus Asari Donkwa, who on the Facebook page na ukosha. He's now telling us say ye reached the point of despair. Just say adienu enye yebium. Because what now NDC government share no enye no. Now Prof, when it comes to security, Tiadia President Ekaye. Omu manifesto mu.
A quick one.
Yeah. Or see, he wants to reverse the climate of fear, intimidation, and harassment in their manifesto. This is who say currently. Kasa this is witchy.
And you know, so unya akwenya say who be some question. Your question will be centered on
my listic me rush through. And in their manifesto under security and public safety, or see control the proliferation of small arms and light weapons, and then you brandish weapon on social media, as if say there is no security apparatus in the country. That is Adiamu promising in opposition. We are seeing the reverse. Osan Kachire, in fact, 8 months who be say NDC for then government aya ena dollar akofom ena yesi yatiti nyama so. But I want to tell them this is 8 months of workers not paid, teachers, nurses, they've not been paid. This is 8 months of contractors, not even a single contractor. This is 8 months.
Now contractor say oye juma kwan we.
Me come Mariposa, me say contractor.
Na Mariposa oye contractor.
Na Mariposa enya say na omako tuano. Me ka say
a quick one here.
Someone who interjecting me. 1 minute I me struggle to put my thoughts in their own manifesto. Or see work to reduce food inflation. Me no nyina je tum say eduane bo e kosoro.
Oh, food inflation.
Currently.
No, check the food inflation.
He said no. Me see eduane. I'm talking of reality, you are talking of figures. Adriana na last year Kenkia una uton 3 cedi 4 cedi o complaining yes anybody and 7 cedis. So you have food inflation. I'm not talking of a friend says statistical data. Me catch on here uko abontin dummy market ya tum so na ya ton 3 cedis and 4 cedis 50 pesos. That is the real inflation in the market, not near omo churning out just to let the government. Now last one. Me person me bisa president say or say he will scrap ex gratia. When is he scrapping it? Or rubber stamp parliament. Some of these things are inexcusable. When are they scrapping?
Thank you very much. Olali, I said, would you win more bites into the young
Let me just do.
No, just one. No, I'm going. Olali, I'm just going. There be.
Especially, come on. There's no time. There's no time. It is a lie that workers have not been paid. It is a lie that contractors.
No, say some teachers, but you can't generalize it and say teachers.
I'm talking the teacher trainees who have completed.
Prof, contractors, Cocoa board, a friend is saying 2.5 billion. Nani people are being paid.
Who have completed the training colleges, pay them. They are those I'm talking about.
We are paying.
And solve Galam say 8 months of no action.
We are solving it.
So we are talking about
9 forest reserves is back under government control.
We are going to launch into a forensic to look into the do it in power. Do it.
Prof, he was talking about weapons.
8 months. All right, so exactly 3 minutes to 5:30. 5:30, we are bringing you hot bite news. On behalf of the production team, I just want to say a big thank you. Amasama Bruni, thank you. Walali, thank you. Tomorrow we are back here with For God and Country. Up next, the hot bite news.